Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition Chronicle Vancouver by Night Delve into Darkness. As a warning, this is a mature game and it explores some dark and troubling themes. These may include body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, and many others. Our players have discussed consent and boundaries, and we collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. The players will always let me know if anything gets uncomfortable by using yellow and red cards in our private chat. If you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Our streams are going to be available on YouTube after the game, so you can always come back to an episode if you feel ready, or you can skip ahead to the next one. We will do kind of a recap at the beginning of the episode so you won't miss anything. And first, let's thank our sponsors, Mikhail Artoria of Artoria Designs, who creates beautiful dice boxes. Please visit him on Instagram. The link will be in the chat, and there's even leather on the top, so you can, go, oh no, Jude exploded. What? I didn't say anything like that. I don't know what you're talking about. And Martlet Games. Martlet Games is a collective of TTRPG veterans ready to work for you. From actual play production to tabletop development, they're a one-stop shop for all your creative needs. Investing in the World of Darkness fan community keeps channels like this one online and thriving. And they greatly appreciate any love you can share with them on their Patreon or various media platforms. They've got YouTube, they've got a Twitch channel, they just finished a Ghoul game, or it may have finished a Ghoul game. I don't know. When does that finish? Somebody tell me.
It will be done by the time people see this.
Yes.
Correct.
Timey-wimey, weird shit. We're filming this on Monday, so I think it finishes on Thursday. Either way, it's going to be on their YouTube. Go and check that out and click subscribe. And Dogmite Games. Dogmite Games is the best gaming company you've never heard of. They combine craftsmanship with artistry to create truly unique pieces of functional art for your game. From dice boxes and rolling trays to fully sculpted Valhalla screens for GMs, each piece is created on site in their workshop in Michigan by a devoted team of craftsmen. And I have the Gangrel one over here because Gangrel is the best clan. Yeah, I said what I said.
Gangrel, kill the gangrel. Gangrel, kill the gangrel.
So let us now take a couple of minutes to introduce our vampires. Let's start up with our returning Abigail.
Hello, my name is Joanna. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing Abigail, also she, her, the Tucky Tremere this evening, who is not quite looking like herself, but looking like herself. So I guess you'll have to find out how much she looks like herself.
I'm thoroughly confused. Ja.
Hey everybody, I'm Prince, also known as Dimples of Dice around the internet, and I am playing Ja Cato. Seneschal? Yeah, we're gonna go with the Seneschal for now. Both of our pronouns are he, him.
I mean,
if someone gets in the way, we're just gonna kill them. So that's why I'm feeling pretty confident right now. Between me and Duran, this is a done deal.
And Mordecai.
Hi, I'm Mike, playing Mordecai. He, hims for both. And, I mean, are we talking about what we're wearing?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Then,
we're talking about whether or not you look like your character or yourself, or your character looks like themselves. I don't know. Joe started it. Blame her.
Mordecai looks like Mordecai.
Okay. Jude.
Hello, my name is Sara, and I'll be playing Jude, the Brawlin Tremere, the future Crown Prince of Vancouver. Tonight is the night I have been waiting and waiting. Storyteller, you better let me have this. That's all I have to say.
What? Sorry,
yeah.
I wasn't paying
Precisely because you want it so badly is why he's not giving it.
And both of our pronouns are she, her, and I'm very much looking forward to tonight.
And last but certainly not least, in the vampire front, Duran.
Happy time zone, folks. My name is Cliff. I'm playing Duran Giovanni this evening. Both of our pronouns are he and him. Everything is coming together as planned. And are you ready for Praxis?
I am not ready.
You don't have to be.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And this guy, Storyteller Steve, shameless plug, buy our merch. If you don't, we're going to be sad. So, when last we saw our intrepid coterie, they were putting the final preparations in place for the Elysium. Abigail was off with Cassius, making sure that certain wards were in place just in case there was any, let's say, non-kindred interruptions. So she wasn't actually around the rest of the coterie last episode, and they were plotting and scheming, and then a hand came out from a place that they don't know where from entirely exactly, and it was connected to Francis Giovanni, who had disappeared quite some time ago. Well, about 3 weeks or so. And Duran was trying to come up with ways of trying to find the other Giovanni, and apparently the other Giovanni just went to him. It was discovered that the other Giovanni was put in the place that they were put. Being a ghoul, they were quite how can I put this? They were kind of dehydrated, and they'd been there for about 3 weeks. They were kind of in a bad way, and the other Giovanni said that a Nagaraja was working with a shape changer that kind of looked like a jackal, and the jackal was the one that put them where they ended up. So that was kind of sorted, and there was a bit more plotting and scheming at the tail end of it, and then we end up where we are now, which is just as the Elysium itself is about to open. So I'm going to let all of you take it away with regards to what is happening. I'm assuming the entourage is completed with regards to Jude and making Jude look like Jude. So I'm going to let you guys take that away.
So where are we located currently? Like in terms of the...
This is a sub basement of the art gallery.
Okay, we're still in the sub basement area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there's the basement of the art gallery, which they keep, various art pieces in. There's the sub basement where they do various touch-ups. They do like repairs to art pieces, cleaning, etc. And then there's the sub basement, which is where you are all located, which generally humans aren't allowed to go in.
Right. So I imagine it's at this point that Jude is being descended upon by the hair and makeup and wardrobe people that came at Duran's request. So I'm gonna just chill while Jude is doing that.
I think in the last episode I talked about Ja being the first of the coterie to officially enter. I think I'm sticking to that. The only thing that Ja would do, is a slight diversion, is to go grab a bite.
Yeah.
So I would take a second to grab a bite. I'm not very hungry, but I'm not trying to take any chances. Ja's really trying to keep his temper because he's trying to like, after the whole incident with Gretchen and just dunking on Gretchen and Jude being a little upset with that, he's trying to not lose his cool entirely because he doesn't want to accidentally stab Jude in anger. That would be bad. And he recognizes this.
It wouldn't really show a united front. Here's Prince. Here's Jude, the new prince. Yeah, that probably wouldn't go over well in the whole cameraless structure. Duran and Mordecai, what are you all up to? Dead air.
Dead air.
Yes.
I was waiting for him to go. Okay. Mordecai will mainly be with his own entourage, keeping an eye on everyone else, making sure that everything is tickety boo. If the makeup wave comes at them, we'll already see that the makeup for Mordecai's entourage is impeccable, and he rolls his eyes as they try to, tamp down or put any sort of foundation on to sort of eliminate any glare or what have you from the lighting in the art gallery, which is not great in some places. But mostly he has impatient, but not in a way. It wants to get it over with, isn't looking forward to it, but sort of begrudgingly walking forward.
Duran.
So yeah, and amongst all the crowd coming in, Duran would have been handed a suit bag. So stepping aside, taking a few minutes to gear up in a tuxedo, late 50s style, Rat Pack, casual formal with the shawl collar instead of the peak collar. While doing this, I am going to flag down an Elysium ghoul or whoever it is that coordinates these things, because I need a snack, because I had to do some things earlier in the evening to help take care of Francis, and I am feeling hungry. If I get much more hungry, things will go very bad.
Refreshments would have been taken care of via Frank.
Okay.
Yeah, he would. If you kind of send somebody up like Gretchen or something to let Frank know that, there's some people downstairs that could probably use some refreshments, he will send Gretchen back down while all of the changing and all of the readjustments and makeup and everything is going on, to find out what the particular tastes of the coterie are, like if there's anything that is kind of off the table. And if any of you like basically don't have any specific requirements that you need, like crystal goblets of blood will be brought down, and there would be a ghoul that is dressed kind of like a, typical high society waiter type with the vest and the kind of the suit shirt with the kind of like, what's the term I'm looking for? My brain is completely shut off. Like the towel over his arm type thing, holding the crystal. It's actually a crystal kind of tray as well that it's on. I believe refreshments were in order.
See, that will do.
Should I just leave them here, or
So
do
are
you
we?
want...
Wait, are we? Yeah, leave them here.
Oh, excellent. And he puts them, he reaches behind his back and he kind of pops open like you see at like an Outback Steakhouse or a Red Lobster, kind of like a table that folds out, and he puts it on to the table. And then he scurries back upstairs.
Not my first choice, but considering the situation, I did not wish to leave to go hunting.
Meanwhile, Jaws already left and go hunting. And Prince sent me in the chat 4 successes for the hunting roll. I'll yeah, you're easily able to get like how much do you need or how much do you want to take type thing. Just one? Okay, yeah, that's super easy enough. 4 successes is no problem. And it's at this point that Abigail would probably be returning to the rest of the coterie.
Yeah, Abigail was putting up wards for Cassius, making sure that lupines couldn't get in or anything like that. Abigail has actually not changed her hair back. She knew she had to go to Elysium, so her hair is still not the usual short, spiky blue. It's the long black. Abigail has taken a moment, gone back to the chantry and changed. She now has a about mid thigh length black leather cross harness or like cross halter, I should say, dress from Northbound Leather, and she has a pair of Louboutin boots on, spiky heels, not her usual fare. So this is not a usual Abigail type outfit. She's far more relaxed in chunky heels, but this is a special occasion, so she got out the credit card. And she has with her on each arm DJs from the Descent night in Vancouver, as they can provide a variety of different musical tastes that should be able to adhere to anybody needing that specific type of music or scene in order to be able to feed correctly, including herself. So she brings them into the gallery. They have their equipment with them, and she points them in the correct direction of the DJ area that they can set up in.
There
She
isn't
doesn't
really a DJ area. There's just kind of like at the top of the stairs in the circular area. That's probably where they would set up, because that's the most kind of central location.
Yeah, exactly. Somewhere that has a lot of plugs and, details, etc., blah, blah, blah. And yeah, so she's going to ask around and see if she can find Jude. And I'm assuming she's getting pointed in the right direction.
Eventually you ask a question of somebody who's near a giant pile of clothing.
Hello, Frank. May I know where Jude is?
And the arm kind of sticks out from the pile of clothing with it. Again, it gives you the thumbs aiming in that direction, and Frank is pointing to a door that says sub-basement.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Have a lovely night if I don't see you again amongst this crowd.
You get a thumbs up.
Okay.
And Frank is near the front door, basically. He is... a couple of people have started... I use the word people, but they're kindred. Have started to kind of drift in. You can definitely tell that these are not the... There's no one Toreador, Ventru, La Sombra, or Tremere that are in this particular crowd. This is like kind of a smattering of the rest of the clans. Like there's a leather jacket that comes in that, kind of strutting around like they own the place type thing. And there's people with kind of, it looks like formal clothes, but there's like cigarette burns and like there's, kind of stains on the jacket. And these are clearly kind of Nosferatu. You've seen this kind of thing before. And, there's just like the people who don't know that vampires run on Goth Standard Time that are wandering in right now.
Okay. And I assume that Cassius and our pièce de résistance will be arriving later?
Yes. Cassius actually, from where you were, because you were setting up kind of a ward around the actual art gallery itself, Cassius would have sent you in when you were done, and he would have kind of gone in the opposite direction to get to the Tremere Chantry to retrieve the gargoyle in question.
All right. So Abigail's gonna walk and go and find Jude.
So you would go downstairs, and then essentially, like, there's the. You definitely know that the sub basement isn't where you want to be, but you can see that there's like lights on in the sub basement door.
Okay. Follow it down. Follow it in. I figure this is a staging area.
Yeah, this is where you would basically come upon the rest of the coterie, who are in various sections getting ready, with the exception of Ja. Because Ja is outside putting the bite on somebody.
Hello, all. Sorry I'm late. Cassius had me running protection duty around here, and hopefully it'll hold up, at least against our furry friends. Not that I think they'd come out here, but you know, Cassius paranoid and all that, right? And how is our prince to be?
Do I still have the estheticians on me?
They're putting their finishing touches on things, like straightening things, making sure that there's no errant threads or anything after they readjust whatever they need to readjust, do the hair. There's like the final spraying going on, and yeah, they're still around, but it's less of a crowd than it was a couple of minutes ago.
Okay, cool. So Jude like kind of turns around after they like finish some touching up. So Jude is in a I'm trying to get the exact materials here because Duran and Jude and Cliff and Sara worked on this together. So I've got a black turtleneck with a lace hem. The wool is a mix of vicuna and merino. The leather jacket, women's cut, is Italian lambskin. She's got a black skirt on of lotus silk, again with the lace hem and the cashmere wool blend. And then she's got similar red bottom Louboutins, but not the spiky heel, the like full square heel on the boot. She's got, slightly elevated makeup, some kind of different markings on her face. Her hair is super piled up as high and voluminous as possible, lots of hairspray. She's got this sort of chain draping necklace, and triangular earrings, and just this nude lip. So she's kind of like straightening herself a little bit, maybe like looking like in her phone camera just like for a second, or like in a mirror. Probably I have one of those little mirrors, actually, not the phone, but
the group itself probably would have brought like a mirror.
Oh, like a full length
mirror. Yeah, full length mirror.
Okay, so she's kind of just looking in that and like taking it all in. And so she looks over to Abigail. I'm good. I'm ready. Pretty good, right? Good. Though. And she like spins amazing. Around. Yeah.
You look fantastic. I love it. I love it. It is 100% you.
I agree. Duran kind of, I'm not surprised. He kind of killed it for me on this one.
Indeed.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, I guess I'm just like getting the finishing touches and stuff. So some lady's probably there like with a brush and stuff like that. It's just errantly like with hairspray. Yeah, I'm nervous for sure. But I feel certain. I feel secure. I'm ready to do this. It's time.
Indeed. And I noticed that we didn't have our entertainment on the list. I've brought, I'm not 100% sure who ghouled them in the Tremere Chantry, but they're ghouls of the Tremere Chantry, the two DJs from a club here in Vancouver who can provide a variety of entertainment. Not all goth industrial, I'm sure it'll be a variety. I think they do some
Yeah, the
80s
classy
as well.
shit.
Yeah, I think they do some 80s as well and 70s and things like that. So it should be interesting.
Yeah, that's good. Thanks for bringing them. I think that'll be good for the general atmosphere, not like silence and just, all people secretly roasting me, whispering in the wings.
Well, I mean, everybody's going to roast the new incoming prince. It's better that you're prepared for it, I suppose.
Oh, I don't care. What other people think of me is none of my business. But
fair.
I'm good with that. I think Jaw left to get some sustenance on his own on his own path, and then Mordecai and Duran I think did enter the space proper and were getting everything ready themselves. So most time.
So at which point I'll come back into the room having a couple of bit of snacking and tuxedoing up and stuff. Senora Abigail. Senora Jude. And I'm going to walk slowly around her and give her a very up and down. Non va bene. No. Magnifica. Magnifica. Only a woman of your stature and standing could carry off this look.
At the point that Duran says no, there's like the air gets sucked out of the room because all the people that are like his designers are around him, like, and then he like gives the compliment, and then they're like, then it's like the air gets let back into the room because they're all like, oh.
This is there will be bonuses. They have outdone themselves, and
she does look incredible, Duran. She looks incredible, and may I say that I am thrilled that you did not try to pull a Pygmalion, that you did not try and pull Eliza Doolittle, that you
knows better,
that you let her be herself while still bringing out the best. I appreciate that.
How could we do otherwise? It is going to be Jude who is the prince, no matter what we wrap her in. We are just putting her in the best look possible for the inaugural night.
I wasn't about to come in here platinum blonde and like a pink lip and some that's not.
After this, we'll talk a little bit of wardrobe, but generally what you wear is fine. You'll just want a little bit of business wear here and there to impress visiting bigwigs and members of the Ventru and the Toreador. And you don't want to get too fancy around the Toreador because you don't want them staring and drooling when they're supposed to be listening and paying attention.
Well, and then I feel like they'll think I'm trying too hard as well. They seem like the type to be like, ew, she's trying too hard, and just like, do that kind of thing. But yeah, I want to get some really fancy suspenders though later on. I think that could be cool because mine are kind of like cheap. So I think some cooler suspenders would be good. But I mean, think about that later. Yeah, I think if we can just get everybody back together for a last conflab, I think we'll be ready.
Mordecai, what are you doing?
I'll come back into the room. Diana and Alexia will busy themselves. Make sure that Mercy is armed, has weaponry where she needs it to be, checks his own, because he only gave Frank the one gun. So
That's gonna go over like a lead balloon.
I was like, I thought we were not being armed here. I thought that's like the whole thing.
Seeing there is a consideration that we have had 2 Elysiums blow up in this city in the last year, and it is a target place.
and then basically replaces everything, straightens the jacket. You can't see any of it.
And Jude sort of leans down, like looking in the mirror again and like touching him. And she's like, yeah, I guess I got to learn to pick my battles. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever.
When those who are close to you, who have any interest in keeping you where you are in this position, are armed, that is wise. It is when the idiot who says, I have a problem, pulls out something, that is the dumb move.
Yeah.
Not that honestly, guns have a certain something. They are useful as the tool that they are.
It's an intimidation tactic.
We
It's
have
a
much
useless
better.
tool otherwise.
See, we have much better tools that we can use.
Oh, speaking of, looks around, finds the platter with the extra vitae, takes 3 of the champagne glasses. I'm going to need these. Just let me know when we're going to go so I can prep.
Now,
Yeah, I already put my lipstick on, so.
Senora Abigail was not here earlier when we were discussing our introductory order. As far as I know, Senor Cato is going to be already floating out there, just waiting, and I would dare say probably hoping someone opens their mouth and says something he does not like. So, Senor Strickland, you were going to lead the pack as the center of focus, so to speak, to begin with.
All right, storyteller, as per text chat, rousing the physicals.
You may
All of them.
proceed.
Well, that's why I have all these little extra goblets. I'll be fine.
Will you though?
All right.
Go on.
Of all the dice, I failed twice.
Yeah, that's gonna require a little bit of the old blood.
So I'm just like glurp, glurp.
What is your blood potency at?
Just 1. Sadly.
Just checking.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd have to take even more of it. That would suck worse.
So, yeah, you go out and drain that. I believe there's more to this particular conversation. Figuring out who's
Yeah,
going
we
in
were
first.
talking about the order. Yeah, we were talking about the order. So yeah, Jaw's out circulating. He's just gonna, do that, and stuff. And then it was, I think Abigail and I are walking out together.
Abigail,
If that's cool, Abigail.
to your right and slightly behind. Yes.
Yes, exactly. I would not want to be on the same plane, so to speak, as you, because that would give the wrong impression, and that is not what I want.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So a little bit behind me then, but still kind of at the same time. And then Mordecai, when are you going?
Whenever you decide to actually start this process, I will be out in front of you. I will be drawing attention. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but I like drawing attention.
See, consider it to be, as this city has been for so long, a circus, and you are the ringmaster. This is the main act, and it requires someone to announce it. And who better to announce it than someone who can guarantee that all eyes are on them?
Yeah, exactly.
Go. And so he pulls a I can't remember the character's name now. Sterling Archer. And just like glut, 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 glut. Filling it back up. You ready?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do this. And I think Jude at that point, she kind of like jumps up and down like a couple of times and just like is kind of like
Breaks a
shadow
heel.
boxing
Oh.
slightly and just like no. That's why I don't wear stilettos. Being a large woman, I don't wear those. You got to have the chunky heel to support the weight. Jude knows that. Duran knows that.
Is Gretchen still in the room, or is Gretchen
Oh yeah,
back in
what's
the room?
yeah?
Where's
Gretchen has come back down. Yeah.
Gretchen's come back. Now it would have. I should have thought of this before. It would have required a little chat with Mr. Johnson. I want a sixth earpiece, one for Gretchen. Could this have been arranged?
Oh, yeah.
In the last. Okay.
Yeah,
So
like because
I'm
once
going
you
to-
have the initial like kind of unit to set up, and then the earpieces, it'd be next to
Excellent.
nothing for him to like FedEx you over like an
Okay.
extra one.
Okay. So considering arranging this, I'm going to pull a small box out and hand Gretchen an earpiece and say, if you wear this, you will be party to everything we discuss, as the rest of us do. If you would
Is
be
it
so
Bluetooth?
kind, no, it's a little better from what I understand. It's got the range of several miles.
So I can't take calls on this, is what you're saying?
No, it is only for us.
Oh,
It is.
And
It is a very
I think
private club.
Abigail to the other side, to the set of Bluetooth to the set of headsets before, when we first received them, she did some tinkering so that they would only be accessible to us, to basically block
Yeah.
off the channel from the from Mr. Johnson, and just
well, you think it's secure?
wow.
Hey, leave us
She
with
would have
our
done the same for
fantasies.
Gretchen's. If you want me to roll it again, I can. But she would have done the same for Gretchen's.
They think this is secure.
If you would be so kind, Gretchen, to go up to the DJ, because I am sure that there is some opening music to, again, attract attention.
Okay.
And using the headset, the earpiece, we can let you know when we are about to come out into the public space, and you can have them queue up. What are we entering to? I am expecting it is going to be kind of WWE, but a little more personal.
Why do we have to enter with anything?
Because there's background music going on. Do we want it to
'Cause it's
swell
cool?
up? Do we want it to
As soon as
swell
the
up and
attention-
introduce, or do we want it to drop down?
I don't think I can walk out in silence. Personally, I don't think I can do that. I think that's going to freak me out too much. Because then it'll just be a hush. Like that's. I mean, I prefer to walk
There's
out to
ambient
something.
music.
So like
It's the art gallery.
the Randy Macho Man Savage music, you want to come out to that then?
No, I don't.
The
I don't want that.
graduation march.
No. No.
Bob Seger, her strut. It's got a good beat to it.
I don't know that one.
Oh, I will have to play this for you. Classic rock.
Okay,
Feel
well.
American with the Hulk Hogan theme. What are we?
No. Oh my God. No.
I mean, you are technically the
Oh.
only real American here.
What?
You know which would
Not
be
American.
You know what would be clever? The theme song to Bewitched. You know, the one where she goes like and she shakes her nose or something like that. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
I know what you're
See, I
talking
do.
about. I do, but I feel like it's a little bit too cutesy for
Oh,
me
well,
at this particular
fair,
moment.
That's fair.
If you
But
wanna
I
do,
like where your head's at.
If you want to do like, I don't know, modern stuff, I don't think I hear voices in my head. The Randy Orton theme would probably be well, you might get Malkavians on your side, I
See,
suppose.
I don't. Okay, wait.
The Brutus
Durant.
Beefcake. No lyrics, just a beat.
Okay. Duran and Mordecai. Are Toreador gonna be weird if I come out to metal or what?
I don't see why they would.
They're going to judge you regardless of what you come out with.
See,
Okay,
God
then
damn it,
Gretchen.
Joe.
I've actually got quite a bit of a task ahead of me to actually paint you in some sort of positive light.
Wow, thank you.
regardless of their decided opinion.
The other thing to remember, Mordecai, is I am bringing up the back. Now, bullets only kind of are inconvenient, but if I, as the kids say, put a cap in your ass, you will not be able to sit down all night until you get a chance to heal it. So
True.
please settle. The passive-aggressive insults, stop now.
It's not passive aggressive.
Oh, it's
Toreador
sure
are going
it's
to-
sure as fuck is. You have to paint her in the best light possible. I
Yes.
completely see. She's got a lot of good light to start with. That is a backhanded, what do they call it? A negging kind of bullshit thing.
It wasn't meant to be.
But
Saying
it
the rest of the
was.
Toreador already don't like her.
I have not seen evidence of that. We've met, what, 1, 2?
That's all we have so far in the city, 1 or 2.
Oh, I bet we
Well,
got
I mean,
shows
one
up.
fell in love with her.
See.
I know you're saying that you have your work cut out for you and it's going to be,
We all do.
you
That's not
know,
the point.
okay, cool. Gretchen, I would like to come out to Les Enfants Sauvages by Gojira. Thank you.
Are they gonna know what that
Lovely
is?
choice.
I mean, that album was extremely popular.
No, I mean, yeah, because I don't.
You know what? Why don't you write it down
I mean,
Yeah,
in Gretchen's phone?
Yeah,
Jude,
she hands you the
just-
phone with
Okay.
like the note app open.
So yeah, she'll write the title, which is in French. The lyrics are in English, and then the name of the band Gojira, and it's off of this. It's off of the album of the same title. It's the title track. So there you go.
Okay, so that's what you're coming out to. Is everybody like coming out at the same time? Is that what
Yeah,
everybody's
for the
coming out?
most
Okay.
part. It's just gonna be the one song. The song is like 3.5 minutes long, so that's plenty of time.
So
it's
you
not
coming-
even
Yes.
Do
See,
you
all we
need-
really need is the intro.
Okay.
Exactly.
Do you need me to like tell you like is there a specific like beat that you want to like throw open the doors to and have it be like you said like WWE type stuff where it's like
I don't know if
they
there's that
go
level
through
of
the curtain
choreography needs to be.
I'm just trying to help.
I appreciate it. That's a good thought, but I think we want to keep it as minimal as possible because there are variables out there, and I don't want to have to keep track of too much stuff. So
Or
yeah, just when the song opens, the door opens.
hear me out. The Stone Cold Steve Austin theme song.
Gretchen?
No,
Gretchen?
I don't really
Not
like
tonight.
wrestling.
I'm
Gretchen,
just
not
I was
saying.
just waiting
tonight.
for a beer to appear in my hand instantly there.
Yeah,
That would be
the shotgun
badass, right?
Bleh. Yeah, no, I mean I get it. It is kind of like that vibe, the pro
Okay.
wrestlers entering. I get it but yeah, just that song will
Okay.
come out, and then that's gonna kind of be, and then they can go back to the ambient music.
Do you want me to like? Is there like a microphone on this, or is it just like you?
See,
Okay.
Yeah.
see, it's really simple. We will give you a few minutes to get up there.
Okay.
You let us know when you are beside the DJ. We will hear you. When we say have them hit play, we will be leaving down here. That gives it 30 seconds, 45 seconds for us to enter. Lets the music build. And then as soon as you see Senor Strickland come through the doorway with the rest of us behind, you can let them know to, okay, tone it down now so that Senor Strickland and Senora Duncan can talk.
This is sorry about this being another WWE question, but should we wait a couple seconds like after you walk in, then tone it down?
See, give us about the 2 beat.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like, because if you just enter in and then it goes down right away, then it's
See,
kind of like
wait until Senor Strickland stops moving.
Right.
When he takes his stand, go 1 and down.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna go talk to the DJs,
Bueno.
and she
Gracias.
scurries off.
Thank you, Gretchen. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. And so Jude, I think the seriousness is settling in at this point, like the need to be composed, and she goes up to Mordecai, and I'm assuming I'm taller than the entire coterie at this point. Like I'm just straight up towering over everybody, I feel like.
Oh,
So
yeah,
What height
easily.
is Jude again? She's
so she is 6'2", no heels.
yeah, and those
and
heels
taller
are
than
like
everybody
100
normally.
millimeters.
Now, the one she's got, I believe, are 5-inch heels. And,
Yeah, 5, I think.
5 and a 2.
Yeah, she's
And then
taller
I got
than
my
everybody
hair.
So
regularly.
that's, 6'7" now. And then when you add on the hair, she's hitting about 6'10".
Yeah,
But
guys, my
those
dream come
boots-
true.
She's
Yeah,
like
you
Frank
got
height.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's about
So-
5 inches.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
incredible.
So she's currently 5'22".
Yeah, right. So Jude kind of like peers down at Mordecai, and
Peers
she
down.
like
Nice
yeah
phrasing.
peers down at Mordecai. Oh, that's weird, isn't it, for you? And she puts her hand on his cheek, and she's like, thank you for being here, for believing in me.
My number one
I-
guy.
Try to be tender, geez. So she just really like sincerely is trying to thank him in that moment. I know this isn't what you want to do exactly.
I mean, I'm not entirely sure what is expected exactly, considering we're the only ones that seem to be making any efforts to repair the city. By rights, it's ours. 9/10 of the law, squatters' rights, whatever. Nobody else wants it except us, apparently. And we're making an effort to actually make a positive change. You are the best candidate. No one would take me as a prince. I don't even want it. I like the thought of it because I have a huge ego. But I have all kinds of shit on my plate as it is, and being a center target limelight would be really inconvenient. Duran is the same way for different reasons.
And from across from her, I go, oh, no, Senor Strickland. I have come very close to stepping forward to declare the city a Hecate protectorate a couple of times. But yeah, I don't need that kind of a headache. I like my life being a little more relaxed and lazy than trying to keep all these people in line. And I will say, we have pretty much presented this as fait accompli to everyone. We don't know who else is plotting and planning. The Ventru, the Toreador, the Nosferatu, anyone could have been sitting there with their fingers crossed behind their back going, oh yes, we will step in time to your drummer. And tonight when we go up there and say, guess what we're doing? They can pull out their big guns and say, oh, no, you're not. And then we're deep in it. There have been other people working to repair the city, just not as coordinated as we have been. And for that, I am appreciative. I am fond of you as I am of my own brother. And there were times he drove me a little crazy too.
I drive everybody crazy.
See, my brother, however, died in the Italian Alps. I would not suggest you do the same.
And I think Jude is sort of like hearing this and then hearing like Mordecai kind of like go through this whole like thing again. And I think she is she's trying not to show it, but I think she's like disappointed that he will not engage with her emotionally at this moment, which is she's trying to do, and he obviously will not do it. So she's kind of
or humanity, he has no emotion.
His humanity level, holy crap!
I know.
No emotion.
I'm not saying
I don't fucking care.
I know,
I'm
but
trying
that
really
Jude's
hard
not
to
going to
show
stop
like I
trying to. She's not going to stop trying to engage him in that way, though. That's just the way that she is. So she kind of goes to Duran next, and she looks at him and she's like, thank you for setting all this stuff up for like makeup and hair and clothes. I mean, all you've done so much for me and for this entire coterie, really. And like that now the city, like
If you
I
if you do
I
not
really
think
appreciate it.
if you do not think that my bank account does not appreciate the favor in return, I like you people. I will do certain favors for you, and I enjoy being around you when we're not being chased off by one-handed shape changers and dealing with massive conglomerated bodies that become this Sabbat thing. But we're kindred. We all have our reasons for doing these things. But prego, I thank you in turn for your appreciation and your saying it. Many would have just said, good, this is as is deserved. Hold it tight to that humanity. It will help you a lot. It will also hinder you in what you have to do. But that's what some of us old bastards are here for, to handle the stuff that is going to make you less squishy.
Yeah, and I, taken all of the things that you've advised to heart, and I'm ready. And after that, Jude turns to Abigail, and I think her like steam for again trying to emotionally engage is running out a little bit, because it is kind of, at least Duran kind of came back, was like, oh yeah, I recognize that you're trying to appreciate me. So I think that fortified her slightly. So she kind of goes to Abigail, and I think is really looking at her kind of with shining eyes for this like clan solidarity. And he's like, Abigail, I mean,
I'm
I
proud
don't
of
know.
you. And honestly, I know that it's kind of weird saying the word proud, but I feel like you've accomplished so much, and it warms my heart that you have been able to do so. My my heart. Oh, that's funny. It, it's it makes me happy that you have been able to uh, basically take a position that was a lower position in the sense of the Kana thing and thing like that, and having Cassius not quite warming up to you to the point where you are not only becoming prince, but Cassius is giving you a gargoyle for the event. Like, I mean, how cool is that, Jude? This is perfect. I really, really
Yeah,
think that this is perfect for you.
me too. I feel like everything's ready, and thank you as well for all of your support, your tireless commitment to security, like locking everything down in this like digital age. I don't None of us know how to do that type of stuff.
Well,
Like,
well, we can't have another Elysium blowing up either, so we're going to just have to be careful, because honestly, this is starting to get a little bit boring. The whole Elysium blowing up thing.
it's
It's
played out,
tired.
so it's
It's
not going to
tired.
happen this time. Yeah,
I
very
really hope
tired.
not. No, but it's my pleasure. I do what I need to do to make things work, and it is to my benefit as well. And I honestly just think that you're going to do a lovely job here, and we'll be here to help you as much as you need or as little as you need. And out of character, Abigail has a humanity of 7, so while she won't go and
She's
hug
still
Jude,
squishy.
she will genuinely smile and be happy for Jude.
And I do think that definitely gives Jude like some, fills her up a little bit at that moment. So she kind of takes a last look at herself in the mirror, kind of just, okay, let's go.
One last thing before we leave, Senora Duncan.
Yeah.
Just a little note. I am Hakata. You are not my prince. You cannot be my prince, and you will never be my prince. But I find some satisfaction in calling you my friend.
Thanks, Duran.
We can
I
run.
understand. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I wanted. God damn it. Thanks. So yeah, I guess they'll sort of big Jude will Mordecai, you're muted. If you were
And
saying
I'm just
something.
speaking really quietly
Okay.
because I'm being a dick.
Yeah, because you're just surprised. Yeah, so Jude's making her way up to the main area.
And that's a whole lot of mute, Steve.
Yeah, you're
that's
muted,
that's a
Steve.
lot of mute.
Okay, there we go. So you make
There you
your
go.
way to the two doors that are on the other side of the main part of the art gallery. And I'm assuming you give the heads up to Gretchen.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, you can hear the music kind of start up on the other side of the door. What did you do?
So
Senor Strickland, the center ring is yours. Go album.
Showtime. Activate awe. Both doors go open.
So, give me a roll for awe, which I believe is manipulation and presence.
Is it manipulation or charisma?
Or charisma. Yeah, it's charisma. It's daunt that's manipulation. One of the two.
What's that? That's not. Doing that. Yes, that's a no. That's a yes. That's a yes.
Wouldn't it be easier if they just made vampire dice that said yes or no?
Yeah. What's the difficulty? 10.
magic D10.
I don't think yes deserves dice.
10.
10 successes? Okay.
10 successes.
So, yeah, there's a lot of people that are looking over in Mordecai's direction at this particular point.
And Mordecai has basically walks in, sort of releases Alexia on the left, releases Diana on the right, walks in hand with Mercy to
Full Paul Bettany. Yeah, it was mentioned in the chat.
as a that's what we should have done.
Too late for that
music
now.
From the music from Magic Mike.
Hell no. Absolutely not. In no circumstance.
All right. Walks to I guess the place that they decided. I'm not sure exactly where that was going to be.
There's a chair that's set up.
Okay.
Like it's
Walk to
more
the
of
chair.
a stone throne-ish thing.
Basically standing more or less center room adjoining to the chair. Releases Mercy. Mercy walks off to basically be basically at a point position where she can see the crowd.
There really kind of is no point position where you can see the crowd. It's a square room.
So it's just a square room with this stone chair in the middle of it.
Yeah.
But there's no like
the stone chair is a bit more to the one side. There's places around where you can kind of go in between the wall and the chair, but it's not a very like wide corridor. So it's kind of like set up almost like a princely court. It is on a raised portion.
It is on a raised portion. Okay, I just was wondering. Okay, cool. Okay, so Mordecai is out there. So Jude and Abigail are up, I suppose.
So I'm assuming basically everyone else is just going to continue on past me, since I'm basically center point. And once everyone's in position, that I can drop off.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
So Abigail and Jude.
Hope you appreciate how much pain I went through saying that.
So Abigail taps Jude on the shoulder and says, "It's time."
Okay, here we go. And she enters and walks out confidently, head held high, chest out, shoulders back, and is moving toward the chair there that's set up.
Charisma and etiquette.
Okay, I would like to rouse my charisma. I was going to do this before, but I was like, all right, I'm just going to wait. I did succeed.
Okay.
So, okay, charisma and etiquette. You know what? I do have one in that. Good
Note
for me.
Note to any storytellers out there: if you have a bunch of players who decide to take over praxis of a city, the social skills are your friend. Make them roll a lot of those. That's all I'm saying.
Do you need it from
I'm
anybody
useful
else?
now.
Nope.
Man,
I need
you
it
guys
from
hate me so
the
much.
prince.
I did spend a willpower.
Okay.
Ooh, I could have done that.
I ended up with 1 success.
You definitely think you're making a good impression.
Oh no.
Can't do anything else with the dice. I had a lot. It just was bad. I don't know what else to say.
Just went.
Is there any
a little bit
mechanic
on the
by
sides.
which we can try and help Jude?
There's no help mechanic. No.
No, I don't
Does
think
the
so.
outfit, having been crafted at crafting level 4,
The
give an advantage?
The outfit is changing a few of the Toreador minds for sure. You can definitely tell that. But
Although if she falls and trips and the outfit gets wrecked, they'll be like,
I got 1 success still. I didn't
she's
get
not
0.
falling and tripping. She's making her way. I just want to
gonna-
do a little social stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Makes total sense. The dice just, hate me. They don't want me to be
Okay.
bricks.
There will be plenty of opportunities this particular evening to add on to that particular role.
Cool.
Okay, good.
Okay, so yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Cliff.
Considering my, you can only do 1 willpower roll, so I can't use the Banu Hakim thing to give her another. Damn it.
Nope. Well, we could sort of do it to make that one free if you want, so that she has willpower in reserve for later.
No, I'll save it for later.
Okay.
That's fine.
It'll come up anyways. I have the etiquette to notice this shit.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so Jude just kind of is looking around, smiling.
fine
Sorry.
point.
Yeah.
Would I have turned off awe when she walked in? Do we want eyes on her, or do we want her to get to the throne unmolested?
That's entirely up to you.
It was actually my impression that you still had awe on.
Then nobody will be
And then
looking at you.
Right.
Nope.
Literally no one in the room is looking at you right now.
Okay.
They're either
That's
too
my
far
issue
away
with this.
visually.
You sent in a bomb. You set off the bomb before you got in the room.
I wasn't
Okay,
gonna
because
say.
I know, but I thought
dropping
the
off.
whole point. I thought the whole point was like for him to just draw all the attention. Jude gets in position essentially. Like I don't care that I'm not making an impression while I'm walking. Like I don't care about that. It's more like when I'm stuck in my theater, I'm on my mark. You know what I'm saying? And then
Then the light goes
then
on. Jude.
awe is dropped. Then awe is dropped, and then I'm standing
Okay.
there. That's how I thought this was working personally.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
And Oz stays
Okay.
on.
That's where some of the defense comes in.
But
Right.
Storyteller says something. What?
That's where some of the defense comes in, because she only got the one success, but there aren't that many people
It
looking at
doesn't
her
matter because it's all.
one's
So
looking.
I think that actually worked out.
Fair enough.
Right now.
Okay,
Defense, defense.
Exactly. So Jude just continues down until she's kind of standing in front of the chair, I imagine, and she'll probably look over at Mordecai and be like,
There is,
acknowledgement.
before you nod to Mordecai, you're looking at the chair. It looks like it's all chiseled out of one particular giant piece of marble. And there is a note on it.
Oh, son of a bitch.
There's like a little...
Of course there is.
Yeah, I kind of am like, where did this chair come from? Why is it here? I don't remember talking about this. So, okay, I guess before I nod to Mordecai, I'm picking up the note and reading it.
Yeah, it's just a little card that's open in kind of like
Oh,
a
no.
pyramid type fashion. You pick it up and look
Okay.
at it. It says Jude on the outside. On the inside, it says, "A present for your coronation, V. Davenport."
Damn.
And so she kind of like, she's like, all right. And I will put the note in my jacket pocket.
Okay.
Because she wants to show Duran later. Okay, so with the note in the pocket, Jude looks over to Mordecai and is like, all right, extinguish.
What's Jude's last name?
Duncan.
Right. Thank you. I remember that. It's not on the thing. I'm looking at the screen. It's not on the...
No worries.
Is there anything nearby that I could wrap against with a heavy cane that would make noise? Not
Yeah.
that anyone isn't already drawing attention.
Yeah,
to
the
myself.
very large, like, throne that's beside you. That's made
I
of
don't want to
marble.
like tack on thing. I want to be like, I don't know, a large gong. I don't know, some sort of...
No,
Railing, something metal.
Exactly.
there really isn't. Not in this particular area.
Okay.
Like, not where you walked, essentially.
That's
like,
fair.
If you
I
walked
mean,
out
not that
to-
anybody isn't paying attention to me anyways. So
Yeah.
fair. I'll take the ghost hit for using my presence. Everybody's in position. Ladies and gentlemen, Jude Duncan. I turn off the...
There's a hush that kind of goes over the crowd. The music is kind of like you can definitely tell it was higher before you came up. It is definitely more subdued now because they know that you are entering kind of into the Elysium proper, and they kind of all pay attention to like see what Jude is going to be doing next, as Jude is, I'm assuming, on the throne.
I was going to stay standing for now in front of the throne.
Okay.
I was not yet going to sit down. So Jude looks over the entire crowd. Can I I would like to do a quick sense the unseen.
Okay. Give me a wits and aspects. And I
Yep.
believe Ja is making his way through the crowd.
That is correct. Ja is going to be making his way close to the stage, just in case.
To answer the question that was put up in our chat, how big is the crowd? The crowd is about 40-ish kindred so far.
Okay.
And there are still some others that are making their way in. It's not the full kindred population as of yet.
Fair enough. I did get 3 on that roll, 3 successes.
You see a lot of kindred in the audience.
Yeah.
Other than that, you don't really see that much.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so after that kind of glance over everything, uh I almost think that the desire to draw a deep breath is still within there for Jude.
Oh yeah.
So I imagine that kind of muscle memory still like takes hold in that moment where she kind of like deep from the diaphragm. And she looks out and, you know, projecting her voice, not being kind of not yelling or anything like that, but just speaking as loudly as she can without a yell. She addresses the crowd and she says, "Hello, my name is Jude Duncan of Clan Tremere. Some of you may know me, some of you may not. The city has been in turmoil for quite some time now, to where I don't know and I don't have the pleasure of knowing you yet. Among the turmoil of this city has also been suffering for us kindred, suffering for the mortals, suffering for our childer, the people closest to us, to our enterprises, to our goals and desires of what each of us wants to do in our unlife in this city. The previous Primogen Council is no longer present. There is no prince to turn to for guidance. There is no court to decide how we can clean up this city that has been ravaged by the Sabbat, among other threats that many of you may or may not know that we're facing. What was going on in the city previously was not working. The structure, the court, the previous Primogen not working. Lost, unfocused, ineffective. So tonight, I, Jude Duncan of Clan Tremere, declare praxis over Vancouver to serve the kindred of this city, to improve our station, to make it safe for all of our goals and ambitions, or to simply be left alone without an ever-present danger, wherever that may come from. I'm here to provide a fresh perspective. I'm a young kindred. I won't try to say otherwise. And as such, I'm in a much different position than other princes previously and other princes the world over. But this gives me an advantage. I understand the whims and the proclivities of the mortals, but I also understand the myriad supernatural threats and the desire that kindred have for security and maintaining the masquerade and upholding the traditions. I want to work with you to make this a place where we're safe and can achieve that which we are able in these long and often punishing lives that we now are leading in death. I want to know, to see into your minds, to understand what I can do to make Vancouver safer and more amenable to the way we lead our own lives. And I would do that as your prince of the Camarilla here in Vancouver. And Jude sits down in the throne.
Give me a charisma and etiquette roll. Here comes the big one.
I'm scared. I really need my dice to work with me here. I got 1 again.
With or without willpower?
With a willpower reroll.
Damn. All right.
I know.
There's some murmuring in the crowd. They are... It almost looks like it's kind of a confusion. Like they're not quite sure how to take what you've just said, even though it sounds great. And then from the back, you hear, "Yeah, that's fine. I'll be Prince. Psh. Everybody follow me."
Can Abigail recognize who's saying this?
You do not recognize them.
What do they look like?
They are wearing a leather jacket and jeans.
I don't particularly care if I recognize them. I'm approaching them just to see and have a discussion.
Have a nice little chat. But before Ja makes it over there to have a discussion with him, that particular person,
Oh no.
it is time for a break.
Okay. I was just gonna say another one? Jesus.
There's more people.
Holy
Like
Prince
everybody's
too.
like, ah.
Another
RTF the
break. Holy
reaction
crap.
break.
There's like a break every game. What are you doing here?
So thank you for
Always fucking
watching.
with my Diablerie.
Thank you for watching up to this point, everybody. We're gonna be back in about 7 minutes or so. Grab a drink, grab some popcorn. This is gonna be an entertaining second half. So yeah, come on back, everybody. Bye. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So, the Elysium has shifted over to the side a little bit. Through no fault of my own. I am just the messenger. So, what is everybody doing?
I think we
I
left
was
off
on his
with
way to
John.
have a conversation.
He is indeed. So, you make your way over to this particular person, John. It's a tall guy, kind of lean, about 6'1", and he's like, people are kind of somewhat going over to him. Like, there's definitely what you can tell is the Bruja contingent. There's maybe a gangrel or two that are kind of looking over in that direction. There's a Nosferatu that's near him. He's like, yeah, if everybody can just declare themselves to be Prince, follow me.
Excuse me, is this meant to be a joke or a serious declaration? I just want to make sure that we are clear on things.
Yeah, I'm not joking. Like, if they can declare themselves to be Prince, then I can declare myself to be Prince.
Based on what?
Based on the same thing they're declaring themselves. Hey, I've got some people following me too, as you can clearly see.
I look around and I'm like, oh, you brought the circus. Congratulations.
I mean, Tremere Prince? Psh, who the fuck wants that?
I'm like, so you're a Bruja.
Yeah,
Didn't you leave the Camarilla?
doesn't matter. Camarilla will take anybody.
Not my Camarilla. So, I believe in settling things old school.
Do you?
If this is such a declaration where you want to challenge the future prince's right to declare praxis over you, battle to the death, You pick a champion, I pick one.
What, you talking for her now? Yeah, whatever. I'm not even going to listen to you. And there's kind of murmurings in the crowd.
You see Jaws like muscles tense and the suit jacket sort of stretched out. You know what? Make your pitch, idiot.
I don't have to make a pitch.
Absolutely.
I'm just
Are you
becoming
declaring
Prince.
praxis?
We're declaring praxis.
And I think, how much of this does Jude hear? Like, it's not clear how far away.
It's kind of loud. There's a couple people that are... a lot of the people that are around this particular person, they're looking at him. But a lot of the others, like on the outskirts or closer to where the throne is, they're kind of like... They're glancing back, but they keep looking to you to see if you're going to do anything.
Okay, so Jude gives a very Sharon Stone basic instinct leg cross, but doesn't show anything. And but she does one of those, and she looks in the Bruja's direction, and she cocks her head and she said, "What have you done for the city? Where were you when the Sabbat was setting fire to the buildings and our havens? What were you doing?" Just
I was fighting the Sabbat. What were you doing?
same thing.
Hmm.
No. Beyond the same thing. We were saving the city. We were building alliances, creating treaties, making it so that people had trust in us.
Making treaties? Who the hell wants to make treaties? Come on.
Who the hell wants to make treaties? Who wants to have a city with a true leader who cares about them, cares about the future of this city, who isn't likely to go off the handle when someone challenges their... And Jal looks him up and down, looks specifically in a certain area. Inadequacies.
Psh. The fans come out. And that would probably be some of the Toreador responses as well, would be the fans coming out and, oh.
Not to mention the old treacherous Primogen Council who used to be here.
Yeah, they were useless. Primogen Council. Who the hell needs a Primogen Council? Princes don't listen to them anyway.
Not wrong.
So, who's with me and who's with Tremere over there? And there's some people that are kind of leaning in that direction.
What is your plan for the city then? To protect it against future threats? To improve it? To make sure all of our kind is safe? What's your plan? What as my seneschal was saying, what alliances have you been creating? What trust have you been forging with your fellow kindred in these dangerous nights? What have you been doing? I'd love to know what you're doing to improve this city.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight the Sabbat like we always do.
We've been
So
killing.
you don't have any sort of plan then?
Not like you have much of a plan. Hell, we didn't even know that Pipsqueak over here was your seneschal.
Who is we?
I have associates.
Yeah, clearly ones who don't know jack shit.
Are there any gangrel in that group?
There's a gangrel that's kind of leaning over in that direction. They're not really... They don't seem to be set going in that direction, but they were in the area and they're kind of like... They're listening.
And then I'll call out for the sheriff. I'm like, Sheriff.
Fortunately, I planned ahead. Talk amongst yourselves.
I was gonna say, I wonder what
Gotta
Bo
grab the
Enrico would
flannel.
think
Yeah.
of
Because I'm like, Sheriff,
Flan leaning towards it.
have we not worked together? Have we not helped to make this city more secure? Do whatever means that we felt were necessary.
And Bo Enrico comes over. A bit more of a beard than what I currently have.
Dana Carvey.
Party on, Wayne.
Pretty younger.
Yeah, we have.
Party time, excellent. No. And have you seen this thing?
I've heard of him. He's a fairly good fighter.
Yeah, but I'm assuming there's not much left up there. Leader, would you call him a leader? Or does he just have hangers on?
He leads
Hemorrhoids.
some.
So he's Malfoy with Crab and Goyle.
In a manner of speaking.
That's what I thought. He's also a coward from the looks of it. He can fight shovel heads, but no one of great import.
He's like, oh
He's
yeah?
just-
Who the fuck have you fought, man?
Fought gods, monsters, demons, truly evil creatures. And I have fought the political battles. And that is far more dangerous than any physical fight that I've ever been in.
Really?
Really.
I don't feel like putting you down. So I'm not going to fight to the death. That's a waste. Who'd be my scourge?
You think I would work for you? No, 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 my dear child. I would assure that being Prince would be the last cool thing you ever got to do. I just turn around and walk back towards the stage with Jude.
Bowen is kind of staying in that particular area because, well, he's not a dumbass.
Yes, I assumed he would, because I wouldn't have left otherwise.
Yeah, well, he's not. Well, I'm not saying that Ja's a dumbass, but Ja definitely pulled off a power move there. Bowen is definitely keeping an eye on this guy just in case he becomes a dumbass.
Yeah.
And Jude sort of like leans forward and puts her elbows on her knees and kind of like clasps her hands together. And she kind of gives a wry smile and says, I get it. You don't know me. You don't know what I've done. But I have fought and escaped almost every threat that could be posed to a kindred in the short time that I've been in Vancouver and before that. I've come up against threats I didn't even understand at the time. And here I am standing with, thanks to my seneschal, among others. I'm still here. If you could have been a fly on the wall to all the shit that I have gone through all of the wild entities, supernatural and otherwise, that have been brought to my actual doorstep. And the fact that I am standing here uninjured, unaffected, free. Take that as you will. I can regale you with all the stories you want about the threats that I've faced. And I think she stands up again to sort of get the full effect of her height at that point.
With the risers of the stage, you're definitely like pretty close to 8-9 feet tall at this particular juncture from like the main floor.
And look at me. Am I your typical Tremere? Do I look like your typical Tremere?
What are you gonna do for us? You hear from the back.
With the trust that I've sown and the alliances that I've made and the people at my side, I will fortify the city. I will be going over all of the security measures in place, including ways that the Masquerade is maintained in the city. And have the earliest detection possible for threats like the Sabbat, among the many others that exist. The security of the kindred in this city is my first priority. And I want to work with all of you to understand how best to do that in the city, along with the strengths and the connections and the skills that I already possessed, which, of course, are not only in blood sorcery, but also other areas, including physical prowess. She's kind of just looking around at the crowd at that point.
The person in the back is just like, you can hear there's a little bit of murmuring going on, and then they turn around with a bunch, not a massive amount, there's like maybe 3 of them that are with him, and they go to leave.
I don't care. I don't make a note. I don't acknowledge that. I just let them leave. I don't care.
And you hear Bo and Rico from that particular area. Who will be on your council, Prince Jude?
Well, as I had said previously, Ja will be my seneschal. And she gestures over to Ja. And sorry, out of character, just so I'm getting this exactly right. Is Abigail going to be Primogen, or I guess stay Primogen?
Abigail, if Jude will let her, will stay Primogen, just because Cassius is probably not going to want the role, because Cassius is fucking...
Cassius
Anyway.
is Cassius.
Cassius is Cassius. No,
Cassius isn't going to stick Abigail with the hard work. Yeah,
for sure. Okay, so then Jude gestures to Abigail and says, Abigail, my fellow Tremere, she will be the Tremere Primogen. She was so before, and she will continue to do so now. And she brings many unique powers and talents to this court, might I add. And then I am open to representatives from the clans who think that they can step up to the plate.
You hear the sounds of a fight from in the foyer.
So not in this room.
No.
Abigail turns to Jude and she says in her earpiece, "Keep talking. We'll investigate. You keep talking. This isn't your this." And then Abigail just walks off the stage quietly as Jude is talking, and makes her way to the back.
As Abigail makes her way down the stairs at the top near the throne, you hear it sounds like crunching wood and crunching bone, and the last 2 layers of people near that particular door kind of get pushed over as that particular clan leather jacket person goes flying into them. And then you hear it's kind of like a reverberation, and then a reverberation, and then a reverberation. And ducking down through the door, you can see Brutus. And Cassius is beside Brutus. "Oh, sorry we're late. Clan Tremere supports Prince Jude."
The fact that Cassius is there in a Canadian tuxedo just makes it perfect.
That's not what he's wearing, you jackass. Give your balls a tug.
Hey.
Don't get me started on the Shorzy kick. I will read these people in the audience Shorzy
Abigail
style.
Abigail at this point looks at Jude, kind of nods and says, kind of gestures continue.
So, storyteller, I want to do. Sorry to interrupt. I want to seek out the Toreador,
Deborah.
If she's there, or any of the Toreador that I know are, my understanding are Toreador.
There are a few of the Toreador. They are to the, from Jude's perspective, they would be on the left of where she's sitting. They are dressed, there's one in a kind of a power suit. There's one who has kind of a blazer on and kind of unbuttoned to the sternum. It's a male presenting person. Just kind of you're definitely getting kind of a presence vibe from this particular person.
I think we've met him, actually.
And Deborah is in full kind of Regency, France 1700s looking. She got the hair stacked up,
and everything. Nice.
Yeah, the powdered wig, she's painted completely white except for the rouge little bits.
Wow.
Yeah, she went all out. The dress that kind of goes out a little bit on the sides, that
the massive hoop and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Find her. I guess I'll make my way over to her while everybody else is doing anything.
So Jude sort of looks out into the crowd again, and she says, "Why don't we start with the Ventru? Obadiah Ferguson."
everybody kind of looks over to Obadiah, and he's like, "Yes."
Who would you name as Primogen for your clan?
I wouldn't name anyone. We'd have a vote. And we've already voted. Victor Davenport is Ventru Clan Primogen.
Very well. Thank you. And her gaze goes over to the Toreador. Oh, okay. Mordecai's got something going on there.
Yep. Come back to me.
Okay, that's fine. And now, Mikhail Savage, Khan Banu Hakim, your selection for Primogen.
We haven't decided yet. there will be combat trials.
I think at that point, Ja, when they first said they haven't decided yet, Ja's like, then they hear combat trials. He's like,
Oh yeah.
And Jude definitely knows. She's like, of course. That sounds
But
good.
for the most part, I have discussed with the other Banu Hakim, and they support this princedom.
I understand how significant that is, and I want to take this moment to acknowledge that. So thank you. Sincerely. And then back looking out over the crowd, and then yes, of Clan Malkavian.
There's nobody that even matches Yes's look in the crowd.
Perhaps not present.
And
Abigail put. Sorry, I was gonna say, can I roll Sense the Unseen? I know Jude's already rolled it. But
you
just in
can
case.
roll Sense the Unseen.
I mean, I didn't.
It's a thing
I
you
didn't
can
see
do.
anybody obfuscated when I did that.
You did not.
You certainly can.
You know what?
You're
Yeah,
muted,
no,
Prince.
screw it.
Okay,
I was just
well,
singing "Be Our Guest."
You know what? Screw it. Nope. Not falling for
fine.
that one.
No worries. So she's like, okay, perhaps not present this evening. Clan Malkavian, your selection.
Oh, us? We don't know. And then you hear from behind you, because I believe Jude is standing up.
Yes, I was standing up.
You hear Yes's voice behind you. Kind of throne-ish level. We select him. And they point at Duran.
That is not a valid selection. Try again.
Isn't it, though?
As a member of the Hikata, who are independent by contract and by law, and am not permitted to become part of the Camarilla politics,
It's perfectly fine. Move on.
I am flattered to be considered by the clan of the Seers, but I have to decline because of my position. However, the Hikata do support through, as Prince Duncan has been saying, through treaty, we will support to the best of our ability.
Yes.
Prince.
Wonderful.
Accept it, or you're going to get a
Wonderful.
pet rock.
That is the most amount of words I've ever heard to say absolutely nothing at all.
See, it's what we're good at, Giovanni.
You haven't heard me speak yet.
In that case, we, as the Malkavians, will leave you with this as Primogen. And they kind of move their hands a little bit. And as they move their hands, on the side, because it is a square kind of chunk of rock on the throne itself, you see them move their hands, and then all of a sudden there's like a pen that is laying there. Our Primogen. And they disappear.
Jude puts the pen in her pocket, and that is the only acknowledgement that she gives to that.
You see somebody from the crowd that was standing somewhat near the Toreador, but clearly was not a Toreador. They like flap a fan open, and they're like, "Oh my! Oh, what scandal!" They put the pen in their pocket, and there's like a bunch of nattering around that area. How dare she? Oh no! What? We're going to have a clan meeting. And they all leave.
Great. For Clan Nosferatu, Alexander, are you present?
And somebody pops in, appears out of nowhere with a crate of albums. Like, oh yeah, I got the pressing that you wanted. The
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Great. I'm looking forward to
well,
listening to
I have
that.
original Bowie stuff in here too. Is that what you wanted to talk to me about?
Not at this particular moment. I do thank you for getting that all together.
Right.
But
I'm just saying, it's here.
right. But the Primogen. Thoughts?
Sure. I mean, I don't really want it, but I don't think anybody else wants it either.
I get that. But I appreciate your willingness to a certain degree.
Sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave these here, and he just puts the crate up beside the throne. Like, you can look through those when you feel like it. It's fine. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and next time, can you grab me a Houdini by the Melvins, please?
Oh, I got one of those.
Oh,
Just
sweet.
wait right here, and I'll go get it.
I'm
and
not
then
going anywhere. Don't you
They
worry.
scamper up.
Cool. And I guess
Meanwhile.
yeah, meanwhile.
Sidle up to Deborah.
Oh,
Darling, kiss her hand. You look phenomenal as usual. Impeccable.
I know.
Bouffant is just exquisite. It adds that extra flair. Now, we need to talk really quickly before she comes around to us. The discussion we had a few days ago with regards to positions and jockeying for status, etc., within the camera. Have you given any thought to that?
Yeah,
What did you decide?
I'm going to be Primogen.
I will support that. I think you an excellent choice. We're good.
And Clan Toreador.
Turnabout to the prince. Clan Toreador chooses Deborah.
Just Deborah.
Chooses Deborah as our Primogen.
Very well, Deborah.
And she makes a huge show of walking up to the foot of where Jude is and going,
Jude is fully like letting her just feel her oats in this moment. She's not going to be coming between a Toreador and having a moment like that. So just let her have it.
Toreador clan disciplines are aspects, presence, celerity, and extra.
I was like,
Just full body cringe.
yeah, it's just, you can see it all over his face. He's struggling with this one. We just stop and get the fuck away. But he stays quiet. Doesn't complain this time.
Spends willpower.
Okay.
Basically.
Willpower damage.
So once Deborah fucks off, uh,
Takes her time.
takes her
Walking,
time. I'm
yeah.
sure there's
Oh, yeah.
several many moments.
No, you didn't.
So then after that, and she's back wherever she wants to be. Sheriff Bo Enrico, will you remain sheriff?
I will.
Fantastic.
And he is really sullen at that particular point, but there's two women that are near him that are way more jovial than he is, which is not a high bar to clear.
I was about to say more sullen than usual.
No,
Extra sullen.
He's really sullen about it, but they're jovial. They're like clapping him on the back, and he's like,
Hooray.
and
Yay.
those of you who have met them before, there's one to his right that is wearing a Canadian tuxedo, which is like denim on denim with a cowboy hat and boots. And that is Virginia Slim.
Virginia Slim.
And on the other side, being just as jovial, is someone who's wearing like kind of head to toe biker leathers, like looks like she just came in from riding. She actually has her helmet is over her arm type thing, and she's like, yeah. And that is Blackhawk. And at one point, Virginia Slims is like, she stops and she like kind of ducks down, looks like she's tying her shoes, but anybody who's looking at her realizes that she's like readjusting the duct tape that is basically holding them together. And Blackhawk looks at her and goes, what is with you in those fucking boots? And Virginia Slims goes, lay off the boots, Blackhawk. My mom gave me these boots.
I was hoping that she didn't say they were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do.
Rosemary Clooney moment. And so once that all passes, Jude kind of maybe like cranes her neck a little bit, and she's like, and Frank, will you remain keeper of Elysium?
You can't see where this is coming from, but there's like a long spindly arm that gives the thumbs up in that area. Like it sticks in from where Frank would be.
Feed me, Seymour.
Don't make me sing Suddenly Seymour. I'm gonna start. Great. Thank you, Frank. I do appreciate that. I appreciate Abigail, the sheriff, and Frank for maintaining these positions.
Declare Elysium.
And Jude kind of just like an imperceptible nod and kind of just takes in this last view of the crowd, however they may be looking. And now I declare Elysium, and we will be discussing domains and Elysiums tomorrow night with the Primogen here at the Elysium. To make it clear, tonight, this is an Elysium.
And you hear from the left, where the Toreador are, Deborah says, it's an Elysium, and she claps twice, and then like streamer kind of things go off, and there's like confetti falling down, there's lights there. You don't know where these particular people were hanging from, but they unravel from the ceiling in like sort of silks, and they're like spinning like full like Cirque du Soleil, like, and so the music starts up. You didn't give a cue for the music to turn back on to its regular volume, but yeah, this is just, it's like a Toreador just exploded all over your party.
I think Jude kind of loves it, honestly. Like, I think she enjoys like the confetti and the I think she is like, oh, thank God. Like, we're really like settling in now. Like, I think that kind of gives her, I think she smiles at that. Maybe she chuckles a little bit. She's kind of like, yeah, kind of enjoying that.
In typical Vancouver, Vancouver outdoor kit fashion, basically because everybody carries one with them everywhere, Abigail pulls a umbrella out of her purse as this confetti is falling, because it rains all the time in Vancouver, and she just opens up the umbrella inside. Bad luck, oh well, but just so that the confetti doesn't fall on Jude.
Storyteller note, it can't rain all the time.
And Jude smiles at Abigail, appreciating that her outfit and her hair will be protected from the many tiny scraps of paper, I assume, are falling from the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
Like glitter too.
Oh yeah,
there's
probably.
there's a lot of glitter.
Yuck.
You're gonna be
Yeah.
cleaning
Abigail's
this.
just muttering under her breath, fucking Toreador. Can't fucking stop with the stupid glitter.
Josh sees glitter and just hides. This is not what he's here
However,
for.
now in Elysium, we can see all the obfuscated individuals.
Yeah.
Suddenly, the audience grows a little bit.
Yeah, there's a kind of glitter person that was standing behind the throne. And now they like appear, and they're like Nosferatu, and they're like,
Yeah, not the best outcome, huh?
no. And they just walk off.
And Jude, I think, does sit down at this moment, and sort of lean like slightly back into the chair and just like closes her eyes for just a moment, trying to just take a mental image of this before, you know, the real work begins.
Is this
basically
a like slump back into the chair like relief?
No.
Or is this
not a
poised?
This is a poise. This is
Okay.
not a. I'm not. She is
Balance an
not
encyclopedia on your
relaxed.
head.
Encyclopedia.
Still, we're going back to Pygmalion here. But no, it's a measured sit down and a measured just sort of like, it's the kingly lean back. You know what I'm saying? It's the like observing your subjects around you. It's one of those. It's poised. It's not relaxed. It's very much still observant, but just to sort of take in the moment is what I mean.
Okay. Duran. There is a person in a suit that comes up to you. You recognize that is Obadiah Ferguson.
Ah, Senor Ferguson.
Mr. Giovanni.
Delicious.
Buono serata. You are having a reasonably good evening, I would hope.
I am. I understand.
It is good to see that things are somewhat coming back to normal.
Somewhat. The Toreador. And he like brushes some of the stuff off of his suit. I understand that the prince is in your coterie.
See.
Would we be able to, for Clan Ventru, before tomorrow evening, make somewhat of an arrangement?
Well, that would depend on the kind of arrangement that we would be making.
Thinking meeting arrangement.
Get a little advance on rest of the clans.
Can you blame me?
Oh, never. I know exactly how you think. See, I believe that we could arrange a little advanced discussion before Elysium. I mean, Elysium never starts before midnight, and we have hours of darkness ahead of time. Some of us, of course, like to sleep in a little bit and get a few things done. But see, I believe that we could ensure that you have some private time to chat with Prince Jude. And of course, when the other Primogens show up, well, you just happen to be there first.
I believe this is adequate.
See,
And-
let Senor Davenport know to meet us downstairs in the sub basement. Say, I don't know, how does 10 p.m. sound?
10 p.m.
The
sounds.
The Toreador aren't even going to think of showing up before midnight.
The Toreador will probably be rolling out of bed at 10 p.m.
See, and then we can get some business discussion out of the way that the other clans would find boring anyways.
Of course, indeed. So, until tomorrow evening, then.
Bueno, it is excellent seeing you and
You as well.
the rest of your clan. I hope you enjoy the evening's festivities a little bit, and I look forward to us doing some excellent business tomorrow.
Indeed. What is everyone else doing while the kind of festivities are kicking underway?
Has the confetti and splitter stopped floating down?
No.
Abigail just leaves the umbrella with Jude and just walks over to Cassius.
Cassius is standing. There's probably kind of tables set up where people could get a drink if they so chose, but there are people milling in the crowd with drinks and trays as well. And Cassius is standing over beside Brutus. Brutus is kind of crouched down by that particular table, and he's still like 6 feet tall.
Abigail kind of goes up and reaches up and just pets Brutus on the nose like that. Just
He clearly does not like that, but he's clearly not doing anything about it. Abigail.
Oh, right. Where is it behind the ears on these ones?
He generally, there's a little spot on his back, like right near where the wing connects. You gotta
right.
scratch there a little bit.
Yes.
I honestly think it's the only place that he still like has regular kind of human/kindred feeling.
Oh,
It's weird.
right. Abigail kind of shifts around to the other side to where the wing is and kind of just gives a little scritch.
That he's crouched down like where his feet would be kind of in front of him, and the granite tile that's underneath his right foot just splinters because you hear like a
Something.
Abigail.
Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that.
Not in Elysium.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'll out of my paycheck then, I guess. All right, that's fine.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Also, we have to talk about you putting stuff on my tab.
Actually, these were on mine. I've been
Right.
saving up.
Right.
The other one was you,
Mm-hmm.
but this was me.
Right.
This was me. I mean, I have been saving up. It
I
has been
understand.
actually cheaper for
Keep
me
talking.
to live at the Chantry. Okay. How are you this evening, Cassius?
I didn't know you were
And-
Sabat, because you're pretty adept with a shovel, because you just keep digging.
All right. I'm sorry, Cassius. I apologize. It'll be all taken care of. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It'll all be taken care of. Are you doing well though? Are you happy here at Elysium, or would you, prefer to be elsewhere?
I'm fine.
Okay. Have you have you had a chance to work with Mordecai?
Yeah.
All right, so that's all good then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I don't
perfect.
really see the point, but sure. Yeah, we can.
It's we won't talk about it more here. Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Is everything okay with the support of Jude though here? Is this going to be okay?
Oh, yeah, it's perfectly fine. We've been angling at getting Tremere in higher positions of power for quite some time.
All right. Well, that's surprising. I didn't realize that. You also seem a little bit more jovial than normal.
Am I?
Is something I don't know. You tell me. You seem like it.
Well, it's not every day I find somebody flat-footed putting extra shit on my tab.
Oh yes, of course. I'll take care of it. I'm sorry. I needed to they peer pressure and all that, and I shouldn't feel that given but it's the Waterhouse and me talking, so I'm sorry.
Next time, just ask to borrow Brutus. He's really good at digging holes.
Wow. All right. Well, you know what? I will leave you, Cassius, to give your regards to our new prince then. And Abigail waves goodbye to Brutus, says Cassius, and just walks far away.
Before you get back to where it was you were going to be going, you hear horns.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Like announcement horns.
Can I hear where they're coming from?
They're coming from the main foyer.
Can I hear what's being said?
Horns? Like...
No. So not like...
Hear ye, hear ye.
Yeah, kind of like that.
So it's not an auga horn, like a
No.
It's not like
brass instrument.
not a vehicle of any kind.
Okay.
It's not
So
the
it's-
Baron, is what I'm saying.
That's all I care.
No. So it's not like basically like the authorities or whatever, shouting through. Okay.
No, then I would say that it's bullhorns, and you would hear something of them saying
Okay.
something through it. But this is definitely announcement horns.
What the hell is that
So
noise?
those kind of medieval long trumpet
Oh, yeah.
things that, okay. Last I checked, I was towards the back of the back of the room where the doors are. So I'm going to slip out the door and see what the crap is going on.
You see several large, kind of tall-ish, thin people that are kind of pale. They have
Okay.
long ears, and they have the horns, and they're like...
They're announcing. Oh shit.
Oh.
Did we even
Ah.
tell them it was tonight?
Duran, perfect. It's
and that would be Chauncey.
Chauncey, yeah.
Chauncey. Okay, so in
We
the
are
headset, I'm
here-
ready to go. Senor Prince Jude.
Yeah.
Baron.
Yeah, we heard.
Has arrived.
Yeah, can you, like, announce it? Or are you the herald? Who's the herald?
No, I am
Who do
not.
we go
That
to
would
be
Senor
You don't have a
Mordecai.
herald?
No,
Boy,
we
you
kind of
guys
have
are
the
new
same
at this,
sort
aren't
of
you?
Thing. We have the same sort of thing. We call it a head harpy.
Really? I thought you guys had a herald position. Huh.
Mm.
All right. I guess if you want to be...
Maybe the
Harpy.
Camarilla does. I'm not 100% on it. I'm a different sect.
All right. Maybe, whatever.
I-
Whatever you want to do. Whoever
I
is the
identify as a
announcer
different
person...
sect.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's...
While I'm hearing this, I will abandon my original plan, but I'm going to keep the glitter gun on me.
Okay.
I head over to the door. Slip out.
Senor
What is?
Strickland.
Oh, forgot. Really? Okay.
I see. They are here to celebrate.
Chauncey, pleasure as always.
Mordecai.
Yes.
Yes.
Got it in one. Give me the full title of whom I am announcing.
Oh, this is just me, really.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's not here.
She's a little busy.
So representing the
Representing, though.
Yeah,
I should still announce her.
Baroness of the Sealy Changeling Court.
Perfect.
bueno.
Is Ja here? Ja was really cool. I like Ja.
See,
He's inside.
Oh, okay.
he is also of a position tonight. He is the seneschal, kind of the major domo, left hand, right hand,
Right.
the hand with the sword in it.
Yeah,
Right.
That makes you know what? That makes sense.
I'm the sinister one. The left hand. It's Latin. Philistines. All right. Back in. Can I flash awe to get everyone's attention?
If you want. Charisma
why not?
plus awe.
Why the hell not?
How
Same scene,
much
same
of
day.
this stuff have
Charisma.
I heard? Have I heard everything through the earpiece?
I'd say so.
Okay.
Yeah,
So basically, as I'm going in, I'm like,
surprise
incoming.
our prince.
There's a very quiet kind of low hum in the earpiece of talk about Ron Perlman to the DJs, but yeah, other than that,
The
Dang.
DJs
They
are
can
getting their
take the
promo
brunt
in.
of that.
I'm disappointed
this
in
evening.
myself. I've only myself to blame. Only 6 successes.
boo.
I'm gonna burn all my dice.
Shut up! I do not want to hear it.
Failure. Failure all around. Terrible.
You
I
know
should
what?
reroll willpower.
I was going to say, it's late in the night. I'm going to use the Tremere ability to steal the Banu Hakim ability as you go in the doors, just to go, do it right, Senor Mordecai. Announce them
Yes.
properly.
3 more.
They-
Boom.
So 9 successes. Yeah, like a good chunk of the
Wow.
crowd looks over at Mordecai from the various Cirque du Soleil things that are going on.
Prince Jude announcing from the court of Baroness of the Sealy Court.
Bereth Nuanite.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Representing Baroness. Say again.
You and I.
Bereth
Bereth
Nuanite.
Nuanite. What is his title?
Representing Varys Fortnite.
Register. Quite a night.
Where are we dropping, boys?
Does Chauncey have a title?
Chauncey has a title. It is Harold.
Does he have a fuller name than Chauncey?
Not that you've heard.
Damn it. I did ask him for it.
They're
All
all
right.
just one name, like Madonna.
Mm-hmm.
Harold Chauncey. I assume the door was open behind me.
Yeah.
Turn off awe.
And Jude kind of like waves to Chauncey and tries.
Waves to Chauncey.
It is so weird that your arm disappears when you do that, Mike.
And she kind of just she smirks a little bit and is kind of like, come over here.
Oh, right.
Hey.
Yeah, Chauncey walks in, and almost immediately he's like, you can see that he's kind of like not feeling too great.
Comfortable. Surrounded
He
by
shouldn't be
banality.
feeling great. He should be feeling scared as fuck.
He's surrounded by
He should be
banality.
surrounded
banal.
by banality. Like, it's just like,
He's literally walking into a festering pool.
Yeah. So he's like trying to steady
Not
himself and walks kind of unsteadily towards you. Oh, he gets to the foot of the stage and he's like, "Oh, Prince Jude. The Baroness sent me with a message," and he like unrolls a scroll. "Baroness Newanite hereby supports the ascension to the throne of Prince Jude of..."
The first of her name.
Is it Camarilla or Camarilla?
Oh wow.
Doesn't
We're gonna
matter.
go there.
Either one is fine.
Of
We're
the
gonna have this
Camarilla.
discussion now.
And Jude gives sort of a very deep nod to Chauncey. Thank you very much. I am pleased to have a message from the Baroness, and I thank you.
Who is up near Jude on the stage or near the throne? Ja, you are? He re-rolls the scroll. It's like it's got the two scrolls to it, so it's like half and half. And he hands it to you. To Ja. He's not
sorry,
handing
right.
stuff to the prince.
No, sure, makes sense.
That shit generally gets him killed.
Josh's first like instinct is just to like grab it and then toss it. Then he like you see that the hand motion to toss it, and then he's like,
Oh right. Etiquette.
I don't know. It's some French word. I don't know what it means.
he trying.
Not behaving badly.
So Chauncey takes his bow, and then he gets up, and he moves backwards through the crowd, and then when he gets to the door, he bows again, and then he leaves.
And it was just so there were horns. Were there were others with Chauncey?
They stayed in the foyer area.
Okay.
Yeah, because they would have felt kind of the same effect that Chauncey felt, and Chauncey, like, as etiquette wise as he possibly could, he stayed there kind of as long as he could because he was suffering mightily with the kindred in the area.
That would be why the Baroness didn't show.
Okay.
She's like,
I'm gonna send a minion to
busy.
swim in this toxic pool.
Yeah.
And
Kids don't really like that.
I think Jude like kind of like leans kind of back a little bit after he's out and kind of like into the headset. She's like, I didn't think they cared about what was going on here.
Abigail goes into the headset and says, I think you made them care.
And I think Ja would just lean over to her and just like, they don't. They care about you.
Huh.
Wow, that was harsh.
Oh, I thought it was wholesome, but whatever. So she's like, okay, was he okay? Was Chauncey okay? He seemed kind of like
If I just said it, I got shit. Anyway.
he was struggling.
This is a bad place for them, I think. I mean, they don't particularly do well around our kind, as you've seen before.
Well, I don't do particularly well around our kind. You see,
No,
with that
agreed.
brouhaha. Ugh.
I guess I mean, I appreciate the whole formal thing from them, but I don't know how were other kindred in the room like paying attention like to this whole thing, or were they kind of everybody's just kind of starting to party and do their own thing?
There's kind of it's not like a super party atmosphere. It's kind of like a high school
Soiree.
Yeah, it's kind of like a soiree, like a high school dance type thing, where it's like the streamers are still going down. People are kind of like milling about, talking to one another. There's the art that's going on in the background, the dancers and the Cirque du Soleil, like people hanging from the ceiling and spinning around. Yeah, it's just kind of it's an upbeat ish atmosphere, but it's also kindred politics atmosphere.
Right. My whole reason for sort of asking that was like I didn't know if like I mean out of character and in character, like I don't really know what other kindred are thinking about changelings, or like what, or like if they clocked the changeling walking through the door and would have been like what the fuck is going
The
on, or they don't care,
the
or
Malkavians paid close attention. A lot
okay.
of the others kind of were interested, but they didn't really have too much of you know they as soon as it was announced that it was from the changeling court, they were just like, okay, that's odd, interesting, but odd, something worth taking note of, but not something that they were
Okay.
necessarily super interested in.
Victoria
Okay,
were
fair
probably
enough.
watching just to make sure that you conducted yourself amicably and appropriately, etiquette wise, and would have judged
Sure.
you harshly if you hadn't.
I mean, they're still
As
Okay.
probably
prejudice.
judging harshly anyway, but it's
Yeah,
Toreador.
exactly.
They never stop. uh okay, that's fine. I just sort of was interested in what the reaction was to that whole scene. So um Jude leans over to Jaw and she's like, thanks for giving that dude the business. He was being a real asshole.
He wasn't serious. If he was serious, he would have fought me.
Yeah, for real. I'm I'm kind of
Look,
happy that seemed to be the only one for now.
I think it'll be much worse going forward. You will
Yeah,
have to
I know
deal
that.
with significantly more annoying challenges in the future.
Yeah, I understand. This is the easy part, you know, just this whole declaration and stuff. Honestly, the real work is gonna come in the following nights and every night afterwards.
Well, if
I
it
get
makes
it.
you feel any better, we'll be here with you.
And she looks Jaw like right in the eyes and she's like, yeah, it does make me feel better.
You will have to deal with Mordecai.
I mean, I feel like that's been great training to
Indeed.
prepare me for this. I mean, um, I would like to know, do I see Victor Davenport? Is he here?
He is there, but
Okay,
it's almost like he's kind of holding a sub court of the Ventru at the moment.
fair enough.
I mean, they got to choose it. Oh, no, they didn't. They chose a premature, right?
They already voted.
They have their own little hierarchies to deal with.
Indeed, yes.
Oh yeah.
And she just kind of like then like into the ear, she's like, I just the the throne, the chair, the stone thing, like this was from Victor Davenport. So I feel like I should probably thank him at some point.
probably a good idea.
I would recommend
Yes.
waiting till tomorrow night.
Exactly. And remember, everything comes with a price.
See, little pre-meeting with the Ventru. Victor Davenport is going to ask for some domain. Or who
Oh,
knows
if he
what
asked
else,
for his
but
meeting already, then we've already given him what he wants.
see,
And did Baron Vincent show up?
Baron Vincent has not shown up yet. Could be that he's
Okay.
wanting to do like a grand entrance.
Fashionably late as always.
Yeah, I hope he comes. Well, yeah, I know, but just for the whole thing, just the whole picture to be complete.
Say so.
Everyone hears through their earpiece. Hey guys, is this place warded?
Against lupines, yes. I mean, the change. We
so
didn't
let-
even think the changelings
the
would
voice
want
is
to come in
familiar.
here.
The voice is Senior Johnson.
Senior Johnson. Yeah, that's what
I
thought.
figured.
Can he get through? Could he come in through the earpiece?
Oh
Could he
fuck no!
bypass the ward?
Oh God, no.
Ow!
No, don't even say that. No.
You got a werewolf in your brain.
Can
John's
Can you
gonna
do
be
that phone
super
thing through
upset.
the earpiece and
Typical
bypass the ward?
monsters.
Are you asking him that, Mordecai?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably could, but it'll be painful.
No, I'm pulling out the earpiece, yo.
Make sure you come through the right earpiece, please.
So the rest of you hear at regular volume. It's like he's yelling, but the volume kind of readjusts itself so that Mordecai can hear at the same time. It's like, it's not for me.
This is too much too fast. Too much too fast. We can't just
What do
toss
you
all this in the
mean?
Camarilla.
Abigail will turn to Cassius, like, because she still hasn't left Cassius because they started hearing those horns, so she's still around Cassius's area.
Yep.
She's gonna turn around to Cassius and say, I think we need to check on those wards. I think we might
Why?
need to readjust them. It looks like somebody of the a furry court wants to address our new prince.
Birds are different.
They can stay outside.
Hey,
That's
my-
what I'm thinking. But give me 2 seconds. Let me see which door they're at. And Abigail goes into the earpiece and she's like, well, Senior Johnson, it's very nice to hear you through these earpieces.
Yeah, I heard that entire conversation.
Oh, I know. Which door are you at?
I'm not at a door.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm in my
Your
office.
piece is out. You're
building.
free to come in.
Okay, so why were you asking about the wards?
Because Magni's outside and he wants to talk to whoever's in charge.
Okay. Which door is Magni at?
Probably the main one.
Can you check? Because if I'm going to remove a ward, I need
No,
to
no,
make
no,
sure
no,
I'm
no, no, no,
removing
no, no,
the
no, no,
right
no,
one.
no. There will be no removing of wards, please. If I may interject very quickly, having one of the shape changers in the middle of Elysium is not a great idea.
That's a
We can go
terrible fucking
downstairs
idea.
to where the door is. We can stand on one side of the ward, and he can stand on the other, and we can chat.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I don't
suppose.
want him in here. I don't want him in here.
Well, that's kind of
All right.
rude.
You have to
Well,
understand.
You can't blame me.
This
You,
will
not
you
go
get it.
over
Come
very
on
well.
now.
Senor Johnson, while the five of us are able to deal with some of you well, I cannot personally state that the other 40 or 50 in here will react as peacefully. I do not wish to start a supernatural war
Ah,
because someone else here takes offense.
I've got it. I got an idea. He cashed in a favor with, what's his name? The guy in the plaid.
Oh, Senor
Rico?
Rico.
That's the guy. So they know each other. Sort of.
Interesting.
We can talk to each other.
Why don't we get Bo and Rico and he can discuss this with Magni himself, and we can bring
Sure,
him to
that
see
sounds right.
Magni. Perfect, because I am not comfortable with most of this, and I know that Magni is sort of your leader in terms of your kind.
Sure.
Ish. I know,
I
but
mean, he's
A huge fucking asshole too. So
from what
and
I
very,
yes, but if
very
he's
angry.
From what I
but if he's
understand
their
it,
leader, if
uh,
he's their leader,
my types are kind of like off to the side, kind of like how I think Duran is with you guys, where it's just like he's the leader of that. He wants to meet with Jude. He told me do this or I'll fucking kill you. And we're having this conversation.
all right.
That is a form of leadership.
Do I need to go? Do I need to
And
be present for this?
I think we need to have Bo and Rico meet with him first. Or what does everybody else think?
I would recommend that, pardon the way of saying this, you squishy ones, Senora Duncan, Prince Jude, and Senora Abigail with Senor Rico go downstairs and have a chat with him. You can decide about letting him in or not there. Um, Senor Strickland and myself, and possibly Senor Cato, are far enough away from humanity. Are just being around them makes them upset. Senor Johnson has a bit of a difficult time. I would expect the Senor Magni to go beyond difficult to becoming a handful, and a handful for them is a problem for us. We have a few others here among the crowd who are equally as inhuman.
Understood.
So
Um,
I would think a small delegation would be the wise way of doing it. As much as I would enjoy meeting this Magday, I do not want to set him off.
I don't want to
Okay.
eat him.
Understood.
Last time I had
Good
War
call.
with Blood, it was a bad idea.
And would not do
Wow.
our alliance with them as weak as it is any good to have it devolve into any kind of a fight.
All right, let me find Bo and Rico. Does anybody have eyes on Bo and Rico at the moment?
Can I see him from the stage?
Bo Enrico is still pretty much where he was before.
Okay. Then I just flag down Rico and I'm like,
And he walks over.
and I give him the deets. Like, you need
Little
to go meet Magni.
Yeah, at the beginning he's like a little early in the night to send it at the sheriff, isn't it? Oh shit.
I just get straight to the point. Magni's here. He wants to talk to someone, and you apparently know him, so.
You've seen Bowen before. You've never seen Bowen rattled before.
Abigail and the prince will be with you.
Great. Swell. Wonderful. Too much fun.
We love you too, Bowen. Now, you want to come with us?
I suppose I have to.
Yes, let's not pretend with the wants. The choices are nil here.
Yeah.
All right.
But we can at least say please.
Oh, and Prince Jude, I'm going to remain at. I was out in the kind of lobby area for the whole Chauncey thing. I haven't really gone back in. Senora Jude, I am going to remain near the doors up at the top. If you do step outside, remain very close to the glass doors, because if anything goes on, I will shadow step there in a heartbeat, if my heart still beat. And remember, I'm packing silver.
Okay, understood. I didn't think anyone gave a shit about. God damn it! This is so weird. Whatever, it's fine.
All right. Jude, so I'm in the back here with Cassius. Why don't you come and meet me here and we can go out together?
Okay, I actually think that Jude went with Jaw to approach Rico.
Oh, I made Rico come to us.
Oh, you made Rico come to us.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes more sense. I'm not used to being the prince yet. Everybody comes to me. So cool. So Jude's like, all right, I'm coming. And she's like, Jaw's like, she says to Jaw, don't let anybody sit there.
Yo, no.
Okay, cool. So she will go with Rico to join up with Abigail.
On the way, Bowen is like, "You're gonna take the lead. I'm gonna be right there with you, and I will pull you out if necessary."
Do you have any idea what he could want? Because it was my understanding that it didn't really matter that much what went on with us. I thought they just wanted us as far away from them as possible.
They used to have a deal with one of the former princes.
Is that right? What kind of deal?
The kind of deal where we would help keep a conglomerate, a corporation called Pentex, out of the area, out of Vancouver as a whole, and they would make sure that the kindred were of the same population. Meaning no Sabbat incursions, or they would try to keep down, they would concentrate their efforts more on that, and we would help concentrate the efforts of keeping that corporation out.
And storyteller, I believe Jude knows about Pentex. Like
Yep.
we've been dealing with them several times,
Yep.
I think. So okay. Jude's like, yeah, Pentex, big bad guys. Which prince did they have a deal with?
Siegfried.
Siegfried.
That's
Did
What clan
Abigail
was-
hear Siegfried over her earpiece? Does Abigail recognize Siegfried from anything that Cassius has told her or anything like that? No. Okay. Have there been any princes since then that this agreement has been secured with, or just Siegfried?
Just him.
So nobody else actually bothered to renew this agreement?
On account of the fact that probably they were either gone or dead? No.
Oh. All right.
Just have the best luck, don't we? It's like
We-
winning the lotto and all of your cousins come back around.
Whatever. I'll find some way to make this advantageous for us, or I will do my best. And I think Jude is walking towards the doors.
Abigail's probably met up with Jude at this point. Yeah. All right. So, Bowen, you are. What are you thinking that they want to renew this deal?
You got me. I just work here.
You do a little bit more than that because apparently you've been working with it. All right. I'm not going to pry.
Probably a good idea.
So, storyteller, can you tell me exactly what the entrance that looks like that we're approaching that Magni is supposedly outside of?
There is a number of doors on the main entrance of the library. It's like two and then 2 and 2 in separate areas.
Okay.
And it's there's a stairway down. And it's the art gallery of Vancouver.
Right. Okay. So down the stairs and go ahead.
Yeah, the stairs are on the outside, but it's like just there's the main doors that kind of swing open together, and then there's kind of 2 sets of doors on either side.
Okay, and Jude looks at Bo and is like, are we going to try to do this through the glass, or am I actually going outside?
You're probably going to have to go outside.
God damn it.
That's the thing, though. There's a ward here, so you're safe as long as you're on this side.
Sure.
We can stay on this side of the door. They can stay on that side of the door. Unless you feel like hugging it out or whatever they say.
Absolutely not. I'm assuming they smell bad.
Well, that's a little bit
Rude.
presumptuous, isn't it?
Yeah, I've heard they smell bad.
I've made it this entire time without one wayward comment. I think I'm entitled to one. Thank you so much.
I know. I'm only kidding. I'm sure that
I'm sure he's fine and definitely doesn't
she's
want to
fine.
kill me on sight. So cool. So I'll just basically go nearest to as close as I can get without going outside. Do I see him out there?
You do.
Okay. So Jude kind of is like,
And he
Hello?
walks up the stairs.
okay.
You're in charge.
Yes, I am.
Against my better judgment, I'm here to make a deal.
Yes, I have heard that you had deals with previous administration.
Oh, it wasn't me.
Oh,
It was my predecessor.
I see.
He's dead.
Right.
I killed him.
That was the part I was waiting for.
Sure. What, please outline the terms of the deal.
We'll stay out of the city center. You make sure Pentax doesn't come in the city.
May we have a moment?
Fine.
Thank you, Mr. Magny. Abigail turns to Jude and to Bowen and says, I think it would be beneficial for us to have safe passage through Stanley Park if we need it. Meaning we don't overuse it, but if we need it because there's something there that's gone wrong or something like that, that at least
We should probably let the glasswalkers know or something so that they can tell people.
yes.
Yeah, we got that. Isn't Pentax like already here though? Kind of.
I
Well,
don't
then we should
even
probably
know.
get them out.
We'd probably we need to check with Duran and Mordecai. They'd probably be more knowledgeable about that sort of thing. You know, money stuff.
How's it feel under the bus, Duran?
That's not
I
what
mean,
we
it's not
need.
inaccurate.
Nice
I'm
down
so
here.
used to being down here. It's comfy. I got
They got a bit of an oil leak here on the side pan.
I got.
we
Oh, we'll
should
get
probably
that
fix that.
Oh,
We'll get that fixed. I got pillows too. I got a sound system down here now.
Great.
Sweet. That's pretty
I
sweet.
mean, it's not inaccurate. You know what goes on in the city, right?
Yeah.
What if I should tell them that I have stock in Pentax?
Ooh. That's
All right,
spicy.
we don't discuss that right
Hopefully.
now.
No, we're
out of
not talking about
character.
that's for another day. So Jude's just like, okay, I mean, yeah, I mean, anytime we've come into contact with them, it's been kind of bad. So, I mean, I kind of agree that they should get the
Kinda.
fuck out of here.
Yes.
Fair.
I mean, if there's an opportunity for us, and she turns to Bone, if you even need to go in to deal with something that has gone wrong, that we can contact them and say, it's an emergency, please give us safe passage, and then Magni can give that message to those that are in the park.
It seems right.
Do you think that that's... I believe that that would be a good deal, at least. We'd be getting something out of it. Is that
Yeah.
fair, do you think, Jude? Or my prince, I should say?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
All right.
All right.
Well, you're the prince, so you can relay
Yep.
that to Magni then.
Okay, so Jude walks back up to where she was talking to him previously. And she's like, yeah, thank you for waiting. The terms of the deal, we would like selective passage through Stanley Park should the need arise for us to intervene for whatever reason, like if something would be going wrong. Like, we're not going to be hanging out there, I understand that, but we need to make sure we have safe passage through there should something from our side of things come up.
Through Stanley Park to get to North Van.
Precisely.
I thought we already had that, and that's called the Causeway.
You don't already have that.
Abigail asked you to come back.
Urge to kill rising.
Wait.
My prince,
So how's it going
we've
down there?
already been making passage through Stanley Park on the Causeway in our cars, in our automobiles, I should say, and without issue. I'm not sure that this is any change from the deal that we've had before. We're talking about actually like remember when we had to go to the tea house? Something like that, for example, so that we don't have to worry about the lupines.
Wouldn't it be better if we had them handle it?
Well,
Assuming
we would have to
that's it.
negotiate that as part of the deal, though. I mean, if you wish, we can. Or maybe
I
we
think
should
that
sit
would
down.
be the less dangerous of the options.
Maybe we should all sit down and discuss it then, and ask to have an audience with Magni at some other point. I don't know. Prince?
I don't know
what
that
do you-
there's gonna be another opportunity with this guy. He already doesn't want to be here like at all.
That's fair.
So I think this is now or never. I don't think
All
this
right.
is gonna be another time. I get it. I wish we could have more time to think about it, but I don't think we do.
All right. Well,
Okay, so
present
we
us then.
want. Okay, so sorry. I just want to make sure I'm clear. So we want to have passage on the causeway and passage like on foot potentially.
if needed, and only
Right,
in
if
extreme
needed.
circumstances. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Are
Anything
the rest
else?
of us hearing this at all?
I'm assuming.
Okay.
I'm assuming based on like we're on headsets, so unless y'all
Mm-hmm.
muted.
Give them
No.
almost everything he wants. Promise to not have anyone feed in the park. Promise to be driving quickly, efficiently, whatever. Basically, Stanley Park is an anathema. give them what they want, because that at least will keep them off our backs.
That
This guy
sounds
doesn't
fine.
sound
That'll
like he's
sweeten
willing
it.
to negotiate.
If any of our people go in
And I don't think, I mean, I'm
won't be
strong,
our
Jaw's
people.
powerful and quick. Neither one of us can stand up against this guy.
there, I'd prefer
I
to
understand
avoid that
that.
situation.
Okay, yeah, I'll throw in the
Or
notes
at least
about
make it
the
sound like
feeding.
you're conceding.
Cool, can do. And so she'll kind of like nod to Abigail and Bowen, and then go back toward the door. And she's like, "Thank you. Just trying to make sure everybody's getting what they want here. So, we want passage on the causeway. We will drive. Any automobile traffic will be quick and efficient. There will be no lingering. And in extreme circumstances, in terms of defending the safety of our own, we foot passage through Stanley Park.
No.
No one of our kind will feed there.
There will be no foot traffic through Stanley Park. Anyone of your kind that goes into Stanley Park will die.
Jaws, like, you see, the last time that we went through there, we came out alive, so...
don't poke the bear.
I will not.
You just hear that over the headset.
Sticker. We were in and out before, sucker.
You must understand that we all have our territory here, and I understand that is your area. But there have been multiple dangers to the city where things have been going on there that we have had to
Let
investigate
us
in the past.
know, and we'll deal with it.
On a case-by-case
Deal.
basis, we can do that. That is acceptable to me. And in return for those things I just outlined, we will keep Pentex. We will make every effort to keep Pentex out of the city. And you will not come into the city center, as you said. Deal?
Deal. And he sticks his left hand out.
It burns through it.
It burns straight through the ward. And he's holding it out to shake your hand. And it is sizzling, and it looks painful as fuck, but he just has a complete deadpan. Like, he looks angry, but he always looks angry, let's be honest.
I look him dead in the eye, and I shake his hand firmly.
He just turns around and leaves.
And Jude similarly turns around.
Well done, Jude. That was your first negotiation. Well, first major negotiation, and that went better than expected. So,
I mean, I'd say pretty well, considering I had no idea that he was going to show up here. So yeah, I'd consider that pretty damn good. I need a drink.
I assume you probably do. Here, let's get you back inside. Can somebody prepare a drink for Jude? She says into the headpiece.
Jude.
For Prince Jude. See, I apologize, my prince. It is going to take a little while to get used to, and I do apologize. Please do forgive me my impertinence. I will be better.
And Jude doesn't
matters
even
much.
look at Abigail and just keeps and sort of straightens her jacket and moves forward. And she's like, "You're forgiven, my primogen," and just keeps walking forward.
And on that point, it's a good time to wrap this particular episode to a close. So thank you all for watching, and thank you for any bits or subscriptions. So we are going to do a quick outro, and then we're going to hop over to Rolling D's 20s, where Prince is going to do a quick change, and watch some Philly by Night, because they're still in a different dimension.
Dealing with stuff.
I don't think they're going to go back to the regular dimension.
I don't think
this
there is.
This is super fun.
This is regular as their dimension's going to be.
So
This is their life now.
let's do some quick outros and then pop you over there. So let's start in reverse order with Cliff.
Hey, folks, thank you very much for tuning in today. My name is Cliff. I played Duran Giovanni, who didn't have to do anything violent tonight. I chose not violence tonight. That was actually pretty awesome for a change. So we'll return to the normal violence next week. You can find me here on Saturdays, of course, as part of this wonderful thing with this wonderful crew doing all sorts of wonderful, confusing, entertaining stuff. You'll also find me Wednesdays on doing Toronto by Day, Tales from the Rookery, our 20th anniversary Changeling, The Dreaming Chronicle, which, yes, indeed, you would have just seen. We're finally back after dealing with real life. Stuff happened. They've got stuff taken care of. And now... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You want to know who the cat's pajamas is? You'll have to tune in next Wednesday to find out. You'll also find me, I am told, finally tune into Dark Druid Designs Monday evening at 7:30 p.m. My guest spot is finally showed up in rotation. Apparently, I'll be showing up at the latter half of the upcoming Prince William by Night game. And then there's some other things going on. Are we allowed to talk about the 27th yet? I will be running.
Can take care of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be doing some stuff on the 27th, and then we've got some other stuff coming up. And that's it for, you can also find me around the internet as the Vintage GM. And now I'm good.
And Sarah.
Hi, my name's Sarah. I played Prince Jude Duncan, the Tremere. It feels glorious. And my reign is only beginning. You can find me on Twitter at MC Diabetes. I am a creative partner at Martlet Games. Please follow Martlet Games on all the socials. You would have just seen me in Ghouls Night as a special guest this Thursday. So that was a good time. You would have also seen me on Community Cleric, Sara or S-More AD's cool talking to femmes in TTRPGs and creative stuff kind of talk show. So I'm sure that will be up on YouTube eventually. I'm excited to have that conversation. And then I'll be in the storytelling seat a couple times this year. Those things are all in production, so just keep an eye out on my Twitter. I'm also the manager of editing and quality assurance at Mondo Cane Publishing. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming out from them in the next year, so I encourage you to follow them on social media too. Last thing you can find me on is here on Vancouver by Night on Sunday, in Phandalin by Night, our Lost Mines of Phandelver Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition campaign. We're all back together. Sangane is definitely sort of alive.
Definitely not.
Definitely sort of definitely
not
not undead or anything like that.
Not dead. That's
Not
double
dead.
negative.
Definitely
That's
not.
a super fun campaign. So that's here on Vancouver by Night on Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific. That's 5 p.m. Eastern. So please come support us on there. And thank you to everyone. I'm so excited I'm Prince now. Bye.
And Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike. I was playing Mordecai. Mordecai's unhappy, but for reasons you'll find out later. But he's also happy that he's got family coming, so I'm excited about that. Gonna infest this city with snakes. All right, you can catch my pre and post COVID cosplay adventures at Canadian Captain America on Instagram and TikTok, and CDN Captain America on Twitter, where I do mostly D&D ranting. Speaking of, I am playing alongside Prince Jude in the Phandalin by Night game as the aforementioned Sangane, who is only mostly dead, but not really dead. Something about to blade, and it's a thing. Anyway,
But
you can
true love.
Wild.
My wedding.
You can also catch me on Tuesdays, 6 p.m. PST, in my own game of Would Be Heroes, where DM Steve, Storyteller Steve, is in fact part of the zany crew that has been, not only the party has been split, actually, you know what? We're going to already have played, so you're going to find out what happened. I don't even know what happened. This is really weird. Bad things happened, are going to happen. Anyway, timey-wimey. It's a thing. Nicely done, Steve. Nicely done. It's really good at this. And what else? Yeah, and on occasion, I'm told that there may or may not eventually someday be a return of certain NPCs in certain games of certain Toronto, whatever. Maybe I'll usurp the cat's pajamas. I don't know. Whatever. One of the things. Anyway, that's me.
And Prince.
That was
Yeah,
That was really hard to do. My eyes are going buggy and shit.
Hey everybody.
Should I just keep talking? Is he actually frozen? Do I just keep what the fuck? Anyway,
Amazing.
ladies and gentlemen, my brother.
Hello, people. I'm Prince, or Doubles and Dice around the internet. That's where you can find me at Doubles and Dice, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz. You should be following me on Twitter because that's where I'm announcing all of the things that are in my goings on. God damn it, Steve. But by the time this shows up, you'll see me immediately after this on Jesus Christ, Philly by Night.
Rolling these 20s.
Yeah, on Rolling These 20s, Philly by Night. And then on Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time is the launch of my new campaign, Wayward Revelry, a D&D 5e While Beyond the Witchlight campaign. So we're going to have Fae shenanigans coming up.
Oh, you decided on a cast.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Cast announced.
It's an
game
awesome
starting.
cast, yeah.
It's going to be dope. And so do come out to that. I'm excited for the premiere. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for y'all to meet the characters in this game because I've read their backstories and it's going to be amazing. But I'm in a bunch of other stuff, like a shitload of other things. Just follow me on Twitter because I hate going through the list of them, honestly. As much as I love talking about the stuff I'm in, it's too many at this point. So just follow me on Twitter and you'll know what I'm in.
And Joanna.
Hello, my name is Joanna. You will find me at High Roll Gardner. I was playing Abigail, and I play Lara Applewood on Wednesdays during the Changeling game. My big thing announcement, because this is basically the only two games that I do at this point, is the 27th. We are doing our fundraiser for Jasper's Game Day. We are doing 12 hours of TTRPGs starting at 9 a.m. With Cliff, with Ghouls Flight Out. Then we have a game at 12 p.m. with Belle. You will not want to miss that because Belle is actually painting a big red dragon that we'll be giving away as a raffle. And that's going to be pretty amazing. On top of all of our other giveaways and things like that. So that's something you want to tune in for. And then at 3 p.m. we have Jacqueline doing a pirate-themed D&D game. And at 6 p.m., all this PST, by the way, Steve is going to be doing a one-shot Jaws Night Out, which is going to be hilarious. So please join us. Our Tiltify link is already started, so if you wish to donate early, Jasper Game Day is an amazing, great cause that helps with suicide prevention measures, mental health initiatives, and is just a great overall charity, and the people that run it are amazing. We love you, Fenway. And that's it for me.
And for every $10 donation that you give to that link down below, that's an entry into the raffle. So you can win that mini that's painted by Belle. And I am Storyteller Steve. So from here, we've got going over to Rolling D's 20s. Tomorrow, show up again for is Prince, your thing is starting from where we are right now tomorrow?
Yes.
The Sunday, yeah. So
Sunday, yeah.
go to Dimples and Dice. Check that out. It'll be at 8 in the morning PST, which is way too early for me, but you all should go check it out. And at 2 p.m. PST,
there will be VODs available.
Yeah.
You can watch it later.
Yeah. It's all going to be up on YouTube. So at 2 p.m. PST, you come back here, Fandolin by Night. On Tuesday, it's Would Be Heroes, 6 p.m. PST. Wednesday, it is Changeling, 3:30 p.m. PST. Next week, we're going to have the big fundraiser on the Sunday here for Jasper's Game Day. And then from there, it is back here for more Vampire next week. So join us for all that and buy our merch. The merch. We have t-shirts, stickers, vote for Jude for Prince. It's not a vote. I guess who votes in the Camarilla. We have Jude for Prince t-shirts. We have stickers, buttons. We have notebooks. Just anything that you want to buy, you get some awesome merch, and we get some money, and some of that money goes to the Trevor Project, and all the money that we collect goes to these fine people and all the people on our shows, and it is amazing to help us out. We have Patreon as well. We have YouTube. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers, and we have Ko-Fi. So if you want to donate to any of those links or sign up for a Patreon, there's a ton of great content there. Yeah, feel free to do that, and we will see you next week for more Vampire. But for now, going to Philly by night. Have a good night, everybody.